Hello everyone and welcome to Bad Defaults Plays Doom Eternal Part 3.
Doom.
Yes, that one. I found out where to put the Sentinel batteries. They apparently open these doors that give you upgrades. I got the gun upgrade over here. And the gun upgrade over here. And now my chain gun gets more bigger with more barrels and more bullets.
So you're saying off camera you were cheating? Nice.
Upgrading.
Upgrading. That's what they always call it. I just got my see through the walls upgrade on Call of Duty.
My aimbot is just a super upgrade, and a non-in-game, paid to a shady person upgrade.
Yeah. It's called Adderall. I can aim so fucking quick. Also, I'll write your college
I think I can. It's hard to tell it's real anymore with how much I took.
It is kind of wild that, I mean, because that's an amphetamine, right? And we just like give that to kids if they can't focus.
Children, yes.
Yeah.
It's medicine,
because, notorious, like, kids are most known for their ability to focus. On it. Yeah, so it's really weird when like a 9-year-old can't focus on school for 8 hours a day. Wild.
Oh. Let me out. Let me out.
Oh, you gotta jump right before it hit. Oh, didn't they debunk that on Mythbusters?
Oh, if you jump right before it hits you, like
you soften the blow.
You could survive a potentially fatal.
I don't remember exactly how it came out. I feel like they busted it, but in the process, they fucked up Buster a lot.
The effect was so minuscule that the difference between a fatal and non-fatal fall would have been so small that...
And like the speed you're falling at, the elevator is going down, so if you're going to counteract that by jumping up, you're just going to hit your head. Like,
yeah, that too.
That might just put you out of your misery quicker if that's what you're going for, but that has the opposite effect if you're aiming to have it increase your survival.
Ammo? There we go. Well, I'll just use you for ammo.
Is that all he is to you? Something to use for ammo?
Demon-shaped ammo canister. Oh, snake. Oh, it's a snake.
I do wonder, what is the subjective experience of these demons? Oh, nice.
He's got a little heart on his chest. Did you see that? Was so cute. Ah, fuck. Slice your demons into.
And is it somehow like a hell thing where, like, is it a perk at the job that they'll make a little action figure out of you?
Well, I think my guess is that that was like a human gotta capitalize on everything endeavor where while hell our energy was under control, like, oh, look at the cute little demon merchandise, buy one today for your child.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
I'm assuming that's the canon reason for their existence.
It makes a lot more sense than like Demon Billy killed 18,000 humans this week, so he gets his own Funko Pop. Everybody clap for Billy.
Well, everyone fucking hated Billy anyway, so fuck him.
They gave him that, and then later by the water cooler that afternoon, he was fired.
Oh, that's my smoke alarm going off again. If anybody hears that. I'm alive and my house is not on fire, but it's apparently close to being set on fire. Hopefully my roommates will catch whatever they're burning in the kitchen.
See, honestly, it does kind of blend in just with like alarming sounds and craziness going on.
I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Just,
I mean,
oh man, there's some sort of beeping going on in Doom Eternal.
That sounds like in the music they're integrating some sort of, emergency sounds. That would fit right in.
Beep,
and as we were discussing
beep,
prior,
beep.
Nathan, for you, proved
This is a test
that
of the
smoke
emergency.
detectors are a musical instrument. So.
Stop. Don't do that.
I bet in the game you'll be set on fire, but it'll be the same time your house is burning down. And it'll be like screaming, "Oh my god, I'm on fire! Oh my god, I'm on fire!" And I'll be like, "Yeah," and it'll be for real. So.
Good one, Reese.
Just making content for the good people, Is that a tick people are going to develop in the real world of just saying random stupid shit for content, even though they're not being recorded for content? Coming.
I bet that's a thing already. Because, like, you and me did not grow up with smartphones.
Content. Yeah.
Or content. We just sat in empty rooms and stared.
We discussed the finer points of, literature and stuff.
And stared at empty rooms at nothing.
Mostly.
But what I was saying, you and me didn't grow up with smartphones. Social media was still pretty stupid. MySpace was around.
Yeah, like everybody goes like, well, AOL was in the 90s. There were like 4 people on that. That doesn't really count.
But
MySpace
now,
was middle
with
school
like
for us. That was like perfect.
every 4-year-old on TikTok with their own cell phone that they have.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that affects them developmentally speaking in some way, where maybe they're going to be constantly performing in a way that's even like greater than we do. And by greater I mean like more so, not like, oh, that's fantastic.
Because that's impossible. Nobody can do it greater than we do.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Attention. Samuel Hayden has fallen. The Ark is no more. Please.
Samuel Hayden has fallen? Wasn't that like the main guy from the first one? Not like the main guy, because we're the main guy, but the main person that we worked with, who was like a big robot.
God, I don't remember.
Shit.
You're distracted thinking about Samuel.
I love Samuel. Oh shit, that's like poison floor.
Samuel Hayden is the chairman of the UAC who oversaw the Argent Energy Research Project at the UAC Argent facility.
That sounds like the guy. Is he like a big humanoid robot? He's like
I was also going to
7
say
feet
that,
tall.
yeah, and he's a robot. I was not expecting that. Race Seraphim, and then it
What do you mean
says
you weren't
human
expecting it?
slash
Just literally
cyborg
what I
temporary.
said when I said, isn't Samuel Hayden that robot from the first game?
Well, I wasn't expecting it when I pulled up the doom.fandom.com/wiki/Samuel Hayden.
Aha.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Goddamn wall spawnering. Spawnering? Yeah, spawnering. It's a thing. It's a word that I made just now.
Sounds like a word. Has that kind of wordy quality to it?
Mm-hmm. It's made of letters. I put them
All
in
the
that
best
order
ones are.
myself. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Eat that. I need ammo. How did that miss? That's some bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's one of those guys. Let's chain gun him and hope that works. Yes. Stop, though. guys. Oh, out of ammo.
Yeah.
Ballista. Well, you gotta hit him. I remember that from, you know, target practices. You have to actually hit the target.
Do they even have to tell you that in basic training? All right, here's a gun. Fires bullets.
I got demoted to
this...
super basic training.
Yeah.
Just like the most basic of basics.
You need to hit the enemy with the projectile.
Oh, taking notes, taking notes, taking notes.
So wait, which way do I point it? One guy in your squad has to have an arrow pointing to the end of the barrel to remind him.
They lose like 50% of their roster per year to that very question.
The entrance into Dr. Hayden's outpost is blocked.
Thanks, robot. I couldn't tell.
Calculating optimal firing path.
I wonder if those big yellow markings are weak points. Get out of here. Shoot it. Ballista's so goddamn slow. And it's slow motion, it just makes it worse. Hello, Nova. Hello, Bob. Boop.
I'm lowing, Bob.
I'm lowing.
Bob or Nova, have you seen Nathan for you? Back me up on this.
I don't think you even talked about that on stream yet.
I mentioned that before we started. I had mentioned it.
Well, great. I guess they're all caught up then.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was bad either. You don't need you don't need backup for something that I didn't give an opinion on. I just haven't seen it.
Reese went from not having seen it to swearing.
Man, that must be a terrible show. Yeah, I hate it. I hate anything Luke has seen. Hooey.
I've seen good things. I haven't seen that. Ergo, anomaly.
Wait, what the? I'm still getting tutorialized. We are 6 missions in. What's a cyber mancubus? It's a heavily armored variant that specializes in long-range combat and area of denial. Area of denial. You step into this box and you're gonna be in denial about yourself, man.
I don't know, man. I don't think I can do it anymore.
No, you're the problem. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. Ugh, everyone around me is the problem. I'm not the asshole. Single blood punch destroys all their armor, making them easier to kill. All right.
That's what's your late. Yeah, that's about how it works. I think movie-wise, we're pretty in tune, but I don't know.
What's your favorite movie?
I'm racking my brain. I can't come up with a sincere or a stupid answer. I'm so bad at picking favorites because I don't believe in them.
It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but not like right after I've seen Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm not interested in watching at all? Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say that about pretty much anything.
No.
Okay. Now you're just being contrarian.
Team America is great on repeat forever. Well, maybe twice back. What movies have I honestly seen twice in a row? I think Fight Club I watched twice in a row because I was like 13 and oh my god, what?
Back before we had content streamed to us good content streamed to us at will at all times of the day, every day, with like new things all the time, all every day for forever. I used to watch Lord of the Rings pretty frequently, like once a month.
That's more than I did, but yeah, I was similar. Now I watch it maybe every like 2 years because I feel like I have to forget enough to like feel like I'm actually watching it again.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, it gets to the point where if you can, like, rehearse along with it, or, like, you know, say everything.
I used to, oh my god, I don't know if I've said this on stream yet. I think I've told you before. But speaking of knowing movies really well, I used to... Do you remember The Road to El Dorado?
Oh, yeah.
And how that used to, like, for some reason be, like... Not only did I watch it a lot myself, but for some reason, it, like, at school, it used to... These teachers just used to put it on. The whole movie.
Half the time, I remember watching the first, you know, like, hour of that movie in Spanish. Anytime we'd have a sub in Spanish, they'd just be like, here, fucking El Dorado. And we'd watch half of it, and then class would be over, teacher would come back, and we just never fit.
Did you learn Spanish while I was gone? But what I was saying was...
I've seen the end of that movie one time. Maybe. I've seen the first half of that movie probably.
But in Spanish.
Yes.
So I got to know that movie so well that I could close my eyes on like a road trip with my parents or something, you know, whenever I would need to, and just be able to watch frame for frame, line for line, that movie in my head.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Well, pretty good in a sense.
Like,
maybe not the best use of my time.
I kind of got that way with School of Rock. I knew that movie through and through.
Wait, what? Fuck. Yeah, School of Rock is also a very good movie.
I could, at the time.
Let's rock today. Is that a bouncy pad or is that death?
Only one way to find out.
Boing.
Bouncy pad.
Fuck.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Also a good movie. Don't think I ever got to the point where... Why does that bounce me so high, though?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got to the point with it where I was memorized from beginning to end, though, with Monty Python.
Yeah, that was a similar one where we just had it on DVD, because I vividly remember the first time, like, my dad made us watch that. And then, like, the first... You know, the intro and it's all foggy, and they're just... It was like, hey, guys, like, there's this movie. I think you're going to love it. Like, you're old enough,
this
whatever.
British comedy from 2 decades ago. You're going to love it. 2 decades ago, you know, when he forced you to watch it.
All the Monty Python stuff was happening when he was, like, a teenager in college and everything. So it was very formative for him. And then I just remember absolutely hating it at the beginning, and by the end... I was...
but, like, still by the end of the first watch, you liked it.
Yeah. I mean, the intro when it's like foggy and they're coming over like into the shot, and you can see it with the fucking coconut, and my dad's like giggling, and I'm like, is this real? This is the dumbest thing I've seen in my entire life.
And I'm 12 years old.
Yeah, exactly. But then, you know, by the
you
end
start
of
to
it,
catch on to the style of what they're doing. Yeah. I remember, there we go.
I think we both got to watch that in our respective 8th grade world history classes.
Yes, we did, because it's so relevant to history.
I remember we had to do some assignment about, like...
It's vaguely set in the past.
And what's the term? Anachronism, where they're, like, interspersing modern times, like they're investigating the murder.
Yeah.
So, like, they made an assignment to kind of make it fit to justify it, but yeah, that was just... Teacher wants to watch Monty Python, so here we go.
How do I get up there? Oh, there's a... Can I reach that, or is there something else for me to climb? That's climbable.
Not to always mention the greatest game franchise of all time, but this game would be greatly improved with a wingsuit.
Damn it!
See?
Wow! Wow!
And coins to jump. I suppose that this... Yeah.
Wait a second, that's an open window. Ah! It's not a real open window, it's a fake open window. I thought there'd be a secret in there. See how it's like, that's an open window?
Totally.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is it not? It looked broken from, like, way back there.
Yeah. I can't tell.
Let me make that approach again. Oh, it's just the way the lighting looks on the bottom of it made it look like there wasn't a frame and therefore not a window. But the lighting is just a little lighter on there.
Now that we've solved that mystery.
Yes.
Where are you even going? Because I've just been focusing on that window. It's not open.
I'm not precisely sure where I'm supposed to go next, but I'm supposed to vaguely make my way up to there.
Oh, got it.
But I can't seem to reach the next upward level any... Because I tried reaching there from here. And I tried reaching there from here. And there doesn't seem to be anything...
Is that platform a red herring of sorts?
Can I just smash the window
open? Are you able to jump if you just go from the edge?
Being on the edge, I don't think I'm high enough. You mean like from here to here? Or from here to that?
To the window?
Because like that's as high as I get.
To the wall. Even when you like double jump and boost or whatever?
Maybe from the railing I can reach that. Yeah, you fucking dick.
Hey, you didn't die.
I didn't die. Congratulations.
Oh. There's all those gems going down. But you're supposed to go up.
That's where I came from, was down there.
Like, yeah, jump over the edge to get a view of it quick. Boost on back.
Oops.
Okay, so that green thing is just a light that doesn't...
Man, fuck, what the fuck? There's something obvious that I'm missing, and wait, they're fighting in there.
Is there something on the map?
The fucking map. There isn't something obvious that I'm missing, because...
Really? There's a climbing wall right
above me and to the right, because that's way up there.
Yeah, jump. Need a grappling hook.
Is there... Maybe there's like some... There's those shootable switches. Have you noticed any green shootable switches?
I thought that this growing...
Oh!
Oh, God damn it.
Yay,
okay, so I was
on
to something kind of... With the green, I just didn't look at the right part of the
Subject analysis of Doomslayer, February 2nd, 2163. Maybe he is a god. Maybe he represents humankind's rage. Their will to persevere, to overcome that which would threaten our survival. He is uncompromising, a relentless being of violence that knows no mention of the hesitation shown by our many leaders and politicians during our time of judgment. Can he overcome them alone? If he can't, we as a species, all species, will not survive.
Demons are a species. They'll survive.
Yeah.
Rude.
I like how so many video games and movies do that same thing where it's like that was a waveform they were showing, but
yeah,
they were
but
just
it wasn't like
up and down to like show the volume. Yeah,
it had no bearing on the actual audio, even though they have, because they recorded the audio, they have the fucking waveform.
Even to just cut an image of that, make that an asset in game.
I recognize, however, it's not a good use of resources to like do that for each individual audio file. To like, it's not hard, but it's just kind of tedious.
Yeah.
To get the image for each of those.
Doesn't that kind of define the video game making process in general? It's just tedious.
Well, you should
all the detail, all the coding, all the testing, all the revising.
Yes, but you're supposed to, eliminate as much of that as possible so that you can make the best game as possible with the least effort.
That's why I think Pong is the greatest game of all time. 2 rectangles, a square.
What are we even doing with this Doom shit? Pong is where it's at.
This is all superfluous nonsense.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
If you think about it too, you can win in this game. Well, you can win in Pong. If the end
it's
result
all there.
Is the same,
it's all the same game.
Why go through this effort and rigmarole? Just if you're gonna win, there's easier ways.
Yeah, there are other games you can win in that are, you know, that are more straight to the point than this.
That's also why I didn't play sports.
So you didn't play what?
Sports.
I can't tell if there's a mic problem or I just can't hear you.
Sports. SPORTS. Should I turn my mic up?
Sport? Oh, sports. I was trying to think of a video game that was like one syllable that kind of sounded like sport. And I was like, I don't.
No, I mean the live action.
But you meant the actual real life.
Yeah.
The real life video game of sports.
Yeah. The VR before we knew what VR was.
Right.
I suppose I did play like U12 soccer. For like 4 years. It was bad every single year. One ill-fated year of baseball. That was horrible. 1 year of flag football. That was fun. We might have lost every single game that season. I don't remember.
Congratulations. That is an accomplishment by itself. Oh, we're dead. We are dead.
That was English teachers be like when that person was talking with the waveforms, because I was noticing that as well. Like, what language? Like, for that to be just spontaneous thoughts of somebody recording a voice log, that sounded like it was written and revised heavily.
Well, they could have been, you know, like a newspaper article journalist. It sounded like they were an English major for sure. But like there are jobs in which, you know, that happens that aren't just English teachers.
I mean, even there's a good example. You used in which. You know, that's thing.
Yeah, I'm basically a professional writer.
There are categories of lifestyles in which the inhabitant of said lifestyles, as such, where it be, need to talk good.
Therefore, by which...
I would just think back to that scene in Scary Movie 3 when they go to the lighthouse, which is actually where the architect in the Matrix lives. And it's George Carlin looking up words in a thesaurus. Sounds smart. Fucking genius.
What the fuck? Where did you come from? Also, hello, Ronwin. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. Don't come around here. Shit. Really need one of you to go into glory kill form for me. Will be nice. It's fuck.
It was you. I suppose they didn't glory kill you, though.
They didn't glory kill me. There was no glory in it. They just killed me. $11 rounds of chain gun. That'll get him. There we go. Much easier to get into glory kill status with the chain gun for some reason, even though it's like super powerful and should kill them instantly.
Is it because you can stop the stream of bullets at the opportune moment?
It's a little easier to control than a burst of shotgun. Give me the... Oh, don't do that. I want... chain gun. Come on, there we go. I also don't want the shield version of the chain gun. I want the super gigantic version of the chain gun. Uh-oh. God damn, I keep tabbing. Don't do that.
I know that we have to remind you to use the map sometimes, but I think you can tone it down a little bit.
God damn it. No.
Shit, I'm gonna die. Map.
Fuck.
I would love a mod for this where every time you open the map from Dora sings. That'd be a nice juxtaposition. Oh, and I've seen Bob's comment. Yeah, love all these dope weapons, but just for the funny, I want to see Doom Guy with a Glock 19. You have a Glock, Reese? That barely fits in his hands with some weird like anime decal on it. That would be great.
The closest thing I have to a Glock is the rocket launcher.
So
it's the smallest weapon I have.
Rocket launchers. Yeah.
It shoots one thing at a time, just like a Glock.
Is the safety the trigger, just like a Glock?
The safety is pointing it away from yourself. That's about the best you can do. Get that guy.
I remember being a little kid playing some game. I forgot what it was. We had a Glock in it, and I thought, like, that's not what, like, that's a pistol. I don't know why are they calling it a pistol. So for a long time, I thought Glock must have been like some European word for pistol. And I just thought that was just weird. And then, that's the name of it.
I mean, I guess I personally just still don't know the etymology of Glock, or even specifically what it references. It could be a specific type of pistol. It could be a subgenre of pistols.
Subgenre. That's the terminology. Glock is a brand of polymer-framed, short recoil-operated, lock-breech semi-automatic pistol designed and produced by Austrian manufacturer Glock.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, those things, the safety is a little mini trigger inset into the trigger.
Oh.
Which apparently counts. So, like, if you pull the trigger, in doing so, you automatically, every single time...
Disengage the safety?
Disengage the safety.
All right. You know what?
Which is why they're beloved for home defense, because you don't have to think about safety. But also, like, wow.
That seems not legal, frankly.
Yeah, it totally is.
I mean, it's apparently technically legal. It doesn't seem like it should be legal.
Right. And I feel like that's a weird one. Like, you could probably get most people, depending on however they feel about, like, gun ownership, that seems like a easy consensus. Like, should the safety be on the pistol? But I don't know. I'm not in
on the
many
trigger. Yeah, probably not
crowds. So I don't know what the general consensus on that is.
The general consensus is probably in agreement with you. The NRA consensus is probably
well, Mr.
not.
LaPierre has his own thoughts.
Do rocket launchers have safeties? Is that a thing? They do?
Yep. I was at the air show once, and they let me fire.
Well, how did a rocket launcher come into that? Go on.
Well, because every air show is just a recruitment event. So we were walking out, and they were like, "Hey, kid, you want to hold a rocket launcher?" I was like, "Boy, do I!" And he like walked me through how to fire and everything.
How?
And this was back, had a buzz cut. It was probably like 19, so it was like prime pickings for him. And then at the end, he tried giving me a pamphlet, and I was like, "No, thanks, I'm good. I just wanted to hold a rocket launcher." Like That's where this ends.
No, you asked me if I wanted to hold a rocket launcher. That's where my consent ends here. I'm not signing up for the military. Goodbye.
It was one of those AT4. I have fired an M60. That was a fun one. Yeah, Adam, how do you feel about gun control?
It's a real safe topic for a live stream.
Yeah. General consensus is usually why you use Glock when you can use Smith & Wesson from revolver. That's the yeah. I would want like a 1911 pistol, not to use it, but just to look at.
To me, if I was into weaponry at all, which fucking keep it away from me, frankly. But if I was, why a revolver over pretty much anything else that can shoot faster and more better?
Because it just straight up looks cooler to spin a revolver.
I mean, that's okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you got me there. But
and it's in the sense that, than like a rocket launcher. You can't really do that spin holster move with a rocket launcher.
But from the perspective of any bullet just sort of kills you, I would figure wanting to shoot faster is the better option.
Yeah, like why you dual wield.
Oh, okay.
But no, you're totally right. That's why I have a Gatling gun on every floor of my house.
Yeah, there you go. Those are easily wielded, I'm told. You one-arm those, right?
No, they're mounted.
Oh, okay. Mounted on your arms.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah, Adam's right, too. You got to hold the gun sideways, whether it's a Glock or a revolver.
Chain gun.
Or a chain gun. You throw your back out, trying to lean over with it.
But did I look cool?
Right. I know, yeah, stopping power. Yeah, fucking Bill Burr had a good bit on that. How, like, all the tough guys always want, like, the 357 or the Desert Eagle for home defense when it's, like, really a 22. Because it'll, like, you get shot with a 22, first of all, you're not going to go deaf, and the other person's still going to fuck right off. Like,
yeah.
And you're not going to break your wrist in the recoil.
Yeah, you can aim it better because it's smaller, not going to, like, fucking blow the gun into your own face. Especially with, I'm sure a number of inexperienced people own bigger weapons than they should.
That seems to be pretty widespread. Experienced gun owners tend to be more understated.
Mm-hmm.
There's that great scene in Better Call Saul where Mike is going for a job. Colin Robinson, actually, from that Vampire show. You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
What is it called? What We Do in the Shadows? I've seen like 2 episodes. So if you haven't seen it, I can't really explain it.
Yeah,
anyway, they're going for a job, and Mike, if you've seen Breaking Bad, the older guy, bald guy.
Yes, I know Mike.
Badass. Yeah,
he's awesome.
He and another couple guys are lining up for a job, and the guy's kind of running down what it's going to be. Trevor from GTA, like just the actor.
Yeah,
is
kind of looks
guys.
like Trevor.
And yeah, it's very much modeled off of him. And he seems to be more like kind of a Trevor-y kind of character in that too. And he's trying to rattle Mike's cage and get disarmed pretty quickly, and just mocks him, and he's like, yeah, a guy like you seems like you'd have ankle holster, and just fucking rips everything apart. Doesn't have a gun. Great.
I should watch Better Call Saul. I love Breaking Bad. I don't know why I never started Better Call Saul.
It's really good. It's different, but it's also the same in many ways. Like
all right.
The writing, the cinematography, like the overall.
I feel like you told me nothing about it with that sentence.
I mean, like if you liked Breaking
it's different,
Bad,
but it's also the same.
There might be somebody who watches Breaking Bad going like, I love this show, except for the plot lines and the cinematography and the character development. So if you're, if you like those things about Breaking Bad as well as the drugs and the violence, you'll also like Better Call Saul.
If you liked the parts about the show except for the show parts, then
I like drugs and the guns. That's it. All these long artistic shots. Bullshit.
Oh god, I can't chainsaw that guy or that guy. I am out of ammo.
There was that one episode of Breaking Bad with the fly. Remember that one?
With the what? Oh, the fly.
He
Yeah.
and Jesse get trapped in a lab, and there's a fly, and they spend the entire bottle episode, contaminate the lab.
Yep.
What was your opinion on that episode? Do you remember?
I don't really remember it well now. I've seen Breaking Bad once, and that was like a year after it finished, which has been a while now. Maybe I should watch Breaking Bad again and then watch Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So Better Call Saul is on, or season 5 just came out on Netflix. I'm going to slowly watch it. And I was thinking that too. It's like, if I go back to Breaking Bad, by the time I'm done with that, Better Call Saul will probably be over. But do I go back and watch Breaking Bad first?
Shit!
Better Call Saul is a prequel.
Yes.
Not technically, it is.
I did see that Bryan Cranston and
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul, thank you, are coming back for the final season of Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Oh, I went the wrong way and there's a thing over here.
And I hope this isn't a spoiler because the season aired like 2 years ago and it's been on Netflix for like a month. But just got to the episode in season 5 of Better Call Saul where Hank and his partner make an appearance. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's like this guy's the other one. Oh, my God.
I know him. I know him. I get that reference. He likes rocks later.
Yeah, like I don't know, like
they're not rocks, they're minerals.
Chronologically, but then again, I feel like I've heard or seen internet articles of how there's all these like Breaking Bad Easter eggs in Better Call Saul, and I've never, I don't know it well enough to.
Right.
Ooh, Adam, good calls. Dr. Strangelove might be one of my favorites. No
It's a pretty good one.
Also, I'm not that big on The Shining though. It's good, but I don't think it's great.
Still never seen it.
It's good. It's definitely it's an all-time classic. Really well done. Maybe I've seen it 20 times.
Oh boy. Kill him.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men is. I'd say that's a perfect movie.
Wow, that's
Have you seen
I'm
that
not
one?
sure that there is such a thing as a perfect movie.
Oh, of course. I mean, like, it might not be the best of all time or like favorite even. But, like, it is what it is perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it. It is flawlessly executed.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm. I don't know that I could ever say that about any movie because I just feel like there's always new techniques coming out for new types of cinematography or new types of character development and I just don't think I would ever be comfortable saying that's perfect because later on I'm gonna be like, oh, actually, movies got better and now I see flaws.
Yes and no, but that adds to the challenge of what makes it perfect. Like I try not to use it lightly. I would only say it about a handful of movies. But No Country for Old Men is, and Adam backed it up. Would you agree? Is it or anybody? I don't just need to limit it to Adam. Is it a perfect movie? I know a lot of people didn't like the ending. I remember actually in 8th grade, my art teacher was we had it was toward the end of the year, so we were not really doing anything.
Okay.
He asked us, "Have you guys seen No Country for Old Men?" And we were like, "No, we're 13." What is a Cormac McCarthy story directed by the Coen brothers? Nope, not on my radar at all. So the first time I ever heard about that movie was my art teacher, who you also had, complaining that the ending was really stupid. And I saw it. I loved it. This art teacher
Just
lady,
despite your art teacher,
are
you liked it
wrong.
more than him.
Ooh.
Then you told him what for about that ending. You were like, no, that ending was great. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Give me an A because I liked better movies than you. Or I liked movies better than you. You're not liking it correctly.
Well, there is a split of people who enjoy ambiguous endings and those who don't.
Yeah.
You know? And it is an ambiguous ending. It's just kind of like, it's not satisfying, but that's the point. And in an artistic way, it's not just like, if I made a movie and couldn't think of how to end it, that would not be high art. That would just be bad. You know?
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, that type of ending has to be fucking earned.
Yeah. And Adam, you can probably back up on it. I think we've talked about this a lot before, of how aspiring or inexperienced artists will try to imitate some of their favorite high art like that. But in doing so, it just comes off as lazy, and they're not actually executing it properly. Like, you're not rising to that level where it will.
Oh boy.
Like, not finishing something doesn't make it mysterious.
You just didn't finish that, man.
Yeah.
I need to heal in some way. Kill him!
Also, why is Adam not on mic?
Well, clearly he just doesn't want to be here fully. You know, or maybe he's at work and shouldn't be here at all. I think I'm gonna make it through this one. You all dead? I think they're all dead. I'm dead. Okay, all right. Wait a second.
Reminds me of that scene in Team America where they go into that cafe and she like shoots everybody up, just brings in a minigun. Gary? Once everybody's dead. Team America is probably a perfect movie in the like that might be a great example of a movie that most people might hate, but there's nothing like what they set out to accomplish they did to such a high degree that there's nothing wrong with it other than just you might not like it, you know? And it still stands as a great critique of, you know, neocon, warhawk foreign policy.
No one has used puppets better. That's
or worse. If you know what scene I'm talking about.
Oh.
And I remember getting the extended edition, and I believe only one scene was extended.
There's an extended edition of,
or like the director's
cut? Did it deserve to get an extended edition?
Well, see, I wasn't sure, and that was back in the day too. Like before, you know, that was when Netflix was mailing DVDs, and that was the fancy thing in town.
Wow.
So I bought the director's cut.
I got this DVD in the mail. I didn't even have to go down to the local Blockbuster.
Just had to wait 3 days and fight the rest of my family for the queue order. Those were good times too. Once I figured out the Netflix logon info, to just put all my movies up top on the list, and then my parents would. I thought I was being sneaky, but like, of course, when they don't get their, you know, Downton Abbey or whatever. And it's all
Luke, we just got fucking paid.
Yeah. Oh, no. Thank you, good people.
Yeah, thank you both. God damn.
A good Saturday. Series is all about that great content.
We got to talk more about Netflix. I think they paid us when we started talking about Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. It's red with a white font. It's all caps. It's
It's got a show about centaurs that's pretty good. Centaur World musical.
You know what I feel bad about? I still have not gone through Witcher season 2.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like I just haven't had the time. But then again, I'm starting Better Call Saul season 5, so I guess that's a damn lie I've told myself that I don't have time.
I mean, to be there's too much stuff to watch at any given point anymore. We were kind of talking about that earlier.
We would just rewatch, 3 Star Wars movies and Lord of the Rings over and over again, and that was
because that's all we had. That's all that was ever made.
I do have fond memories of one of the first paid jobs I ever had was $5 an hour, and my grandmother had a bunch of like glass slide photographs, like thousands and thousands of glass slide photographs from the 40s to the 70s, and me and my older brother were paid $5 an hour to scan them all one by one. Oh no, that's not 3 by 3, and digitize the whole stash.
Damn.
And we had
was it worth
Star Wars 4, 5, 6 on VHS, and we just played those through over and over and over. I guess we didn't have any other movies. I don't remember.
Or you just really like Star Wars, or it's also another thing.
It's just like we had what we had, and we just overwatched it. And now that it's the opposite, like we have too much, and you scroll through Netflix for an hour
and watch the same thing that you've seen before.
Yeah.
Because there's like, it's easier to watch something you've seen before. Like you don't have to pay as much attention to it. So like if for doing that, for like background work, for background noise while you're working, something you've seen a million times is actually the better option.
That is true. Except,
holy fucking balls, Ronwin and Nova. Why?
Oh my God,
why? But I'm actually going to ask you to stop. That's too much money from you guys.
That is quite generous. My God.
Very generous.
Thank you both.
Knock it off.
I mean, granted, Reese, I don't know how much money you've poured into this, buying games and stuff.
More than we could possibly make back.
Exactly. So there you go.
But, I went into this knowing that it probably wouldn't be successful.
We're just here for a good time.
Yeah. So don't feel like you have to pay us, especially don't have to pay us $70 each. But thank you, goddamn.
Oh, speaking of OnlyFans, Reese, I wanted to bring up a business opportunity with you in private.
Okay.
So that's cool.
We're private enough. Go ahead and tell me the business idea. This is basically private, streaming to everyone on the internet.
It's OnlyFans.
I have a feeling that we're going to be streaming to everyone on the internet with your idea anyway. Your idea is to stream Doom Eternal to everyone on OnlyFans, right? That's your plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, for some reason here, I feel like the Doom audio is overtaking you. I can hear you fine at the beginning of the stream, but now the timbre of your voice indicates that you're talking as loud as you were before.
Yes.
Maybe is the game just getting that fucking loud?
For you, it would be you would need to turn down your Discord audio. I turned down Doom audio before this stream because I noticed the last 2 streams that Doom's audio is just fucking louder than other games.
Yeah, I did turn it down a bit, and then it seemed to get worse. So I'll just keep managing.
Just keep handling it on your end because I think that the stream should be okay. What you guys want to let us know? I mean, if you paid $70 each for the stream, the audio should be, we should balance it for you.
If you want the mid-range adjusted, we'll do it. If you want the ducking to be a slightly different ratio, we'll do it.
If you want me to punch Luke for $100, I'll do that.
We'll do it.
He'll get punched for $100. He'll do it.
Reese, would you break your own mother's nose for $10 million?
Absolutely. Sorry, Mom.
See,
no hesitation.
Luke definitely would.
I forgot. Hey, Adam. Do you remember the dollar amount? Because it was like
It was $1 million.
at least, right? It was $1 million.
Oh, it was $1 million.
Yeah, still yes. No hesitation.
Like, that's a life-changing amount of money.
Exactly, and you change your mother's life with that amount of money. Even, you punch her in the face, but then you explain,
Exactly.
Mom, I'm making you money.
Even if I gave her half, that would be great. But like, I forgot. I think the file has
Buy your mom a new nose. Exactly, Bob. Just buy her a new nose.
Make it right. Fully compensate, and then like, even if I take like $100,000 for myself, like, win-win. I mean, lose-win.
Yeah, first she loses, but then she wins when she realizes that all the money is coming in. Yeah.
Right. And then you invest all that money in Bitcoin, and you win.
It'll never go down.
Win, lose.
The numbers only go up.
That's math.
Yeah.
That's just math and science right there.
That's stock market math.
Hey, I have some NFTs for you guys to buy.
Awesome, yeah.
And
did you see? There, I didn't read the article, but I got what I needed out of the title. There was an article from, I think, Kotaku. It's a guy paid $6 million or something like that for an NFT, and he put it up for sale for $46 million and got offered $3,600.
Oh my god!
Oh, it said something like, it was like, oh shit! Whoever bought Jack Dorsey's first tweet.
Yes, I saw this too.
I think that was the one. I think that was the NFT.
It was like bought it for 2.8 million and lost 2.8 million.
Yeah,
was it the Guardian headline or something?
Yeah.
Investor who bought it for 2.9 million stands to lose 2.9 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, the highest bid I saw was like $6,800.
Oh, did it go up?
The highest bid is now $9,968.
Oh man, see, it's on its way up. NFTs go up. It's proven.
See, they only go up.
Positive trend.
If you look at only the last, couple days, it's an upward trend.
So I did read the article, and it was talking about how all of a sudden he was like, well, I'm not just going to sell it to anybody, because frankly, I don't even believe that everybody deserves this. Like, I'm waiting for, a top tier sort of.
I'm waiting for the right person to sell my NFT. It needs to go to a good family.
So he got way underbid. He's realizing, at least subconsciously, that he's made a horrible mistake.
And
that he's covering it with like, well, not even these people don't even deserve it.
They don't get it. You don't even get it. You don't understand me. Oh, you're ruining my life, Mom.
Yeah. And I mean, he looked like just a, very well groomed, like just a rich twat. Like, I know nothing about him, so maybe he's a really lovely guy.
Probably
but he
not.
just kind of looked the part. He's like, yep, okay. 10% tied to Mom nose picks. Farm bet paid, invest, finally buy a gun since still paying expensive. Yeah, so Bob, you buying a Glock or a rocket launcher? I mean, like AT-4, maybe Javelin.
As we established earlier, they're basically the same kind of gun.
Also, I walked away for like 3 minutes, and then I came back, and there was like a shitload of money. Are those?
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, we posted some.
What did you guys do? Did you guys?
Nothing different. They just felt like it. Honestly, I don't think we deserve it, but I mean.
No, here's the thing. You left. And then they were like,
oh, that's why. It was because Adam left. All right, now I get it. And it's completely deserved.
Yeah, it's fair, Bob. Good choice. I recently saw, it was on Reddit, so it was probably fake, but it was like a Desert Eagle modded to fire shotgun shells.
Oh, wow.
That would
why, though?
Break your wrist. Like, you would...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a Desert Eagle already has a lot of kickback, right?
Right, like... And you couldn't aim the thing. Like, if a guy's point blank, yeah, you could defend yourself. But, like, you can't aim. You're just going to injure yourself. Why? But it may have been a Photoshop, so I'm probably overthinking it. And that's why I only buy Raytheon rocket launchers for my self-defense.
That's okay. That's why I couldn't find where to go. The hole hadn't opened up yet in the bottom of the floor. Oh no!
Your
You
ammo's
see all
looking a
these
little,
red guns with the 0 by them? That might indicate that I'm in trouble.
melee?
I am in danger.
Grenade. Oh, right, but the grenades, they come back, so oh, Jesus Christ. You didn't even switch me to my ballista. Did I use the ballista? Oh, fuck me.
Are you out of everything?
I'm out of it all, man.
And you have no little guys to
chainsaw to
collect
get, you know,
from.
ammo. I could just... Oh. I didn't know the chainsaw worked on the big guys. I assumed it didn't this whole time. Wasn't in as much trouble
ammo?
as I thought.
Ooh, Bob says he just finished Control.
Yeah, and
That would be a
he
fun
says
one to
he's
play
not
the
sure.
rest of
He said he didn't think it was the ending, and I'm gonna ask him.
Oh.
Are you sure that it ended? Because
Oh.
are you sure?
That's a good question.
Because there's a thing that maybe it looks like an ending, and it didn't end. Just saying.
Like Too Many Cooks?
Yes, exactly like Too Many Cooks.
Control is basically just Too Many Cooks.
It's an Adult Swim produced game. Yeah. Oh shit!
Reese,
Let me
have
out.
you seen
Let me jump! I can't jump! The
Smiling
fucking
Friends?
purple liquid! Sorry, what?
have you seen Smiling Friends?
No, is this a new Adult Swim
Yes.
Yeah.
Too Many
I don't know how
Cooks
new
type
it
of
is.
situation?
It's an animated show for adults. Was it? Yeah, it was Adult Swim.
I want to be honest, Luke. I don't even really remember that.
Me neither. Like, I remember
It's like a blur.
watching it, but I don't remember anything about it.
I know.
I remember it was fucking funny.
It was
I
funny.
enjoyed it, but I can't. My memory is having a really hard time grasping onto any moment,
Yep.
except just faces. Just the fucking 3D Squelton. Was that his name?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Oh no. Bob, I'm just gonna say this. If you only witnessed one credit sequence, you probably should have waited through that credit sequence.
You fool.
Does he have to play through the whole thing again now? If he
Yep.
didn't.
Oh wait, he says he's doing the coffee and file and letter stuff. That is past
Oh.
the first fake credits.
Wait, is there another fake credits?
No, I didn't mean to imply there was a second one. The first credits, that is fake.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean
Because I
to.
was like, then I didn't finish the game.
I didn't finish the game. There's like 12 fake credits, you guys.
Shit.
So I've only played this game or watched this game streaming, or maybe that was when we were editing. Either way, this game sounds like it's annoying. Like, was that the first or second fake credit scene? Like, oh no, you think it's over and you're done, but no.
Yeah, it's not as annoying as you'd think.
I mean, based on Alan Wake, I could see if it's, you know, they could take it some weird mind fucky places. Even just the one video we did on it, they brought it weird fucking places.
Get me out of the fucking thing. Okay, now I'm out of the...
It's a pretty good one.
I fucking love Control. But I love every Remedy game that's ever been made, so there's some bias involved.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it even better the second time because I knew where to go, so the story pacing felt better. I got lost a few times the first go around.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, so I think I know where...
Rockstar and Remedy are remaking Max Payne.
Yes.
Did we talk about that last week?
That hadn't happened last week yet, but we put it on the Discord.
Oh, okay, that's right then.
And I'm so fucking excited. Because it's Remedy making it with Rockstar money. And Rockstar has all the fucking money.
Combo. And that would be a lovely partnership moving forward. Like if this works out,
well,
that would be a.
As I understand it, Rockstar was created from people that were originally at Remedy or something. Like there's some ties there already. That's why Max Payne belongs to Rockstar. Is their history.
Okay. Something like, Grand Theft Auto, well, Red Dead too. They love to kind of fuck around and dabble in some supernatural, because like in Red Dead, you can find like the aliens and all the cult stuff. In Grand Theft Auto, the aliens, you smoke the guy's weed and you go meet the aliens, whatever. Like, they're clearly like dabbling. They're interested, but it's a recurring theme to the point it seems like they want to do more with it. Or it's just to fuck with people that are, playing the game.
I think it's just a recurring, what is this secret thing? We'll never tell you. Bye.
We don't fucking know. I mean, it's a secret.
That's how I feel like they've approached it.
Cool. Could you pull off an open world game like Control or Max? Like, that would be a hell of a.
That'd be crazy.
Alan Wake was originally supposed to be open world, but then budgetary and time reasons were like, we need to fucking make a game instead of this mishmash.
We need to release something.
It turned out fucking fantastic anyway. But,
it worked well as a linear because it's about a story and a writer, so it makes sense to be linear and as a story.
I love a linear game for story pacing reasons. Control is more open.
Okay.
It's got it's
literally everything I know about
It's a small open world with zones. I would imagine that Remedy wants to, at some point, make a true open world game. That seems like where they're heading.
And if there's a little bit of buddy with Rockstar, hopefully that could lead to cool things.
I hope that it's Remedy gameplay and not Rockstar gameplay if that ever happens, because...
Gunplay. Rockstar gunplay.
No.
Bad.
Oh,
really?
Rockstar gunplay is bad. Yeah, okay.
So I'm thinking if Alan Wake had the driving of Grand Theft Auto, it'd be fine.
Right. Yeah.
Not that Grand Theft Auto is the best driving, but it's a good arcade.
And not
driving.
that Alan Wake had the best gunplay, frankly, but
yeah.
But Control's gunplay is pretty good. That's pretty damn good.
That has definitely been playing through Red Dead again, and the gunplay is just okay, it's another gallery shootout, which is it's fun. It's an arcade game.
Click the bumper to auto aim.
Cool
I think Bob has gone off to
then
play Control again, by the way. I think he's gone off stream to go finish that.
Right. You flick the stick up, you get some headshots. The story's great, but again, the pacing, you just go fuck off and become a mountain man, getting all the, hunting challenges for hours and hours and hours. And then you come back, and it's oh, we're still hunting for Jack Marston's kidnapped boy. It was supposed to be in-game, a couple days, but it's been so long since I've seen Civilization again, and it just kind of fucks with the internal chronometer of things.
So I started playing Skyrim for the first time.
For the first time?
Yep.
Wow. I mean, it's not going to live up to anything for you because it's fucking old as shit now. I hope it's I hope it's at least okay.
A time capsule.
No, it's great.
You've seen.
Okay.
We were talking about this the other time. I would play all the time, and you'd watch. How is it to play it now?
It's cool. It's I'm going on a quest. I'm immersed in it.
That's good. I whenever I try to go back to it, I'm like, these sure are mechanics from 2010.
It came out in 2011.
Not only that, it's a Bethesda game from 2010, so it sure is buggy as shit. Still.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really run into that many bugs, but
when I bought
there's also a lot of new mods for it.
Yes, and that is why it's still alive today. Have you playing a modded version?
Oh yeah, I'm playing. I have 10 mods turned on.
Oh, okay.
So it's
for your first time you've modded it. That's a.
The mods are better textures, more realistic water.
Did you get the community bug fix mod, because that's a thing?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Is there more NPC
That's one
dialogue?
reason why you aren't experiencing as many bugs.
I didn't do the more NPC dialogue because I thought like that might change like the overall story. I didn't want to like changes to the story. I just want to changes to like the looks. Like there's like a whole like
you'll hit a point where you will want
sky pack
dialogue.
Yeah.
There's like a mountain, like new mountains. Shit.
There's
like
new mountains. Okay.
They basically just like.
I should mod the game and go back to it and see what that's like. Because I've never done
it a couple times. The mountains are super blocky. It's always really cloudy and overcast all the time.
Yeah, I got a bunch of different weather ones, so like the weather's more immersive, and it's all, if you do it through Game Pass, it's all like in the game. There's nothing you have. It's like you just download the mod and say turn it on.
I forgot that they I forgot that they
easy.
incorporated mods into like the console stuff.
Yep. So it's like you don't have to go into like program files or anything. You just literally say like, "Yep, I want this on."
It's a lot more plug and play, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. I'm also considering just like there's mods for like leveling up twice as fast, and I'm like, I might just do that because I don't have that much time to play this shit. You know,
it is a time suck.
Yeah,
definitely.
Bob, that's my favorite part of that game.
It's good.
It's fucking good. When Darling is dancing and singing, it's very good.
See, I feel like you are 10 years too late because
I know.
Back in college, there's a little more time to just, enjoy
That's
it.
True.
And I don't know how to say
taking the world and go slower
way,
because the game is kind
really
of
enhanced.
You don't have
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just say
Days on end.
yes. Yes. I'll just say it is very immersive.
It is fantastic. The soundtrack, beautiful.
And I did personally go and beat Eratus Ronwin. Not on video or on stream or anything, but I did. I beat what was available at the time, which was only the first 3 floors. That is a very good game.
That was shit. I had forgotten about that. I just remembered how I said it. That was a cool game.
Oh, were you about to say Iratus?
Oh, I did. It might not have cut through the Discord.
I probably just wasn't listening to you like always, so.
That's that. Yeah, you have your own internal ducking. Like, oh, Luke's talking.
Oh, Luke is talking. I gotta turn that down.
Yeah, pretty much. You just talk over him.
I do feel like the streaming could be a cool opportunity to like keep going on some of those old ones.
Right. Yeah. Well,
like Control. Like,
yeah.
Iratus.
Or Alan Wake, like we did.
Like we did. Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. Don't jump into your own rockets. I think that's a technique that I can share with all of you. Fuck.
That's probably in the manual for the rocket launchers in the army. Point danger and forward. And don't fucking jump.
I mean, on claymores, they literally say this send toward enemy.
Yeah. I mean, for that makes a little bit of sense because like it's a block. But yeah. I'm thinking back to like if you were in the army and you had a guy in your squadron, whatever the units of groups are really called, and he had a forward-pointing arrow on his gun. How confident would you be that you would survive?
My confidence would have already been low because
that might make it lower.
Yeah. At that point, I think I just like put down my gun and like walk toward the enemy.
You see him like drilling himself. I'm like, I'll pick it up. Yeah, that end forward. Yep.
Okay, all right.
This time, I'll get it next time.
Glad I have my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
When's the test?
War. I feel like this works well with 3 of us for Doom. Because so
I have to focus. Well, 2 of you can talk.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to keep fucking dying. And it might just happen anyway, focusing or not.
I mean, we were holding up okay before Adam came. I feel like the last stream, I remember thinking like I was quiet. Maybe it was the stream before.
The stream before that, we went
overstimulated.
too long on that one. Frankly, we did 3 missions for it took 3 hours, and it was like for the 3rd hour, it was like, oh my god, damn.
I have this whole next week off too, so I feel like I've got an energy boost. Like I'm not like just I'm fucking tired and we got to go back at it. That's a face.
That is a power up.
So I went to this thrift store today.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like crazy, like massive, and so much crap in it. Like just an insane amount of stuff.
Like crap as in stuff, or crap as in like shitty stuff that you wouldn't want to buy?
No, like cool stuff.
Was that one that I've been to one time when I visited?
No, but next time you're here, we should go because it's.
Is this like an extension of your like going to like a whole bunch of like garage sales and stuff, looking for old like film equipment?
Yeah, and I found they had like a huge bin of old slide film, so like old 35 millimeter film, but single images, like negatives.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I bought a bunch of them, and they're just like, it's insane how.
Now,
good
when you say you bought a
they look.
bunch of slide, oh wait, you said they were negative. So did you go through what was on them?
So there's it's just like old family photos from random people from like 40s, and they're actually, this specific type of film is, since it's slide film, it's not actually a negative, like it's a positive image. So what you see is like an actual photo.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I like started transferring some of them, and it's the colors are just crazy.
There we go.
I am definitely looking forward to going back into the wilderness with your camera.
Yes.
Because holy fuck, like I watched that the other day again from last time.
We're gonna do that again.
Film is so good. It's like saying tube amps are better than,
analog
plugins.
Analog, man.
Like it makes so much of a difference. It's so cool.
Well, the thing about it's not that digital can't get to that quality, but you can get cheap film that just has the most intense quality that you've seen at any price level that you could possibly afford at our budget.
Right.
I feel like musically.
Plus, there is something about film grain, like real film grain, that is kind of cool.
It's
you can just kind of tell by the way it is when it's digital film grain.
You can tell it's real film grain by the way it is.
The way it is. What was that Nietzsche video?
Nietzsche episode 1. This is an aspen. You can tell it's an aspen by the way it is. Wow.
It's neat.
That's pretty neat.
I posted some photos in the admin channel.
I can't take a look at them because I'm streaming the game, but you two enjoy.
Yeah, that first one, like the family photo, definitely that like 60s interior lighting vibe.
Nova's requested that we play Golf Story again. Or continue it, rather. No, we sort of stopped early on because we moved on to Wander Song, I think, which I think was the right call because fucking Wander Song, man. Love that.
Yeah, that was
but going back to Golf Story would be a good plan.
And I was skeptical about both of them. I don't think I said that out loud, but privately I was like, yeah, we'll see. I was sold on both because it's narrative. It's, the intro is like, okay, we'll see. And then you get sucked in. Adam, that third one, I can't tell if that's like film dust and grain and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty.
Like a nearby tornado, but it's clear skies.
It's
just debris flying.
Well, they're old, so they're pretty like dusty and green.
Why are these guys all scared of me? I'm just a big Doom guy. Also, I think this is the first time in like the 2016 and sequel Dooms that we see in a live person, let alone several.
Yeah, that's great.
Level 5 entering main laboratory.
Did they make their own Doom guy?
Is there an anti-Doom guy? Yep.
He's called Mood.
Nobody understands me.
God.
I'm going to my room and play him.
I guess he would say Satan. Ugh.
Yeah.
A false idol. My eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer.
Yes, Luke, we should talk about that camping thing too.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Is this tutorializing me like he's just gonna be a normal enemy for now on? It's not saying the Marauder, it's saying Marauder. Like, is this the type?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Well, it does say
Okay,
the first
so
sentence is the Marauder.
I think
But not the Marauder.
Yeah, I think that's just a coincidence. Is a defensive powerhouse. Stand too close and uses a shotgun. Stand too far away. He throws projectiles. Keep him at mid-range. Counter his attack when his eyes flash green to daze him. Otherwise, he blocks your shots. Jesus. Okay. When his eyes flash green. All right, let me see what that looks like here. Eyes flash green. There. Okay. So, super shotgun. That was his eyes flashing green. That is so fast. Yeah. That was him blocking my shot because I sucked.
Also, Adam, apparently I've got a wedding I have to go to the day before we go out, so that'll be interesting. That's on me to manage that. That'll be
See,
fun.
what you do about weddings is don't. Don't go.
Yeah.
I can't go because I would literally rather do anything else. Sorry.
Oh, I guess. Okay. Good to know, Reese. Good to know.
I'll go to yours.
No.
Just gonna rip that one up.
Look, I'm very happy for you, but
no, you're not.
weddings.
But I don't.
Kinda...
I'm not interested.
Look, I wouldn't even go to my own. All right, it's not like. Look, honey, I know we're getting married, but like, come on.
Just to be clear, I'm
Got
not
better things to do
bailing.
here.
I just don't want to go.
I love you, but I don't want to be here. Fuck. I need to kill something for health. Oh, there's health over here. Oh God, let me out of the corner. That's.
The last wedding I went to was fun. That was good. Adam, you were there. I probably had more fun. We had the secret back room.
Yeah, that was something.
That got mildly too fun by the end of the night.
Well, it must not have been the wedding that I went to with you guys, because I don't think we went to a secret back room.
No, you weren't at this one, Reese.
All right.
Which was okay. not that you weren't there.
It was actually
no, it's I
preferable
get
that
it,
you weren't
Luke.
there.
I understand. Yeah, I gotta shoot his ghost wolves too. God damn it.
Adam, you know the news about that, right?
Oh no.
Did I share that with you?
No. There's news?
I'll talk to you in private. It's what you're thinking.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no! This is something we can all understand.
Yep, this is relatable and definitely content worthy.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep.
Oh God.
I thought maybe you meant a different thing, and I was hopeful. But
Nope.
god damn.
Fuck.
Well,
Stop shooting my own face.
get that camping trip in, I guess.
Yep, and then that's it.
Never again.
Rockets are not good for this.
Nice dodge.
Thank you. fuck, I'm out of chain gun ammo. Ah! Get health. This sucks. Everything about this is just, I hate it. It's like a wedding. Sorry. Ah, fuck.
Is this whole thing just a metaphor for mingling at a wedding?
Pretty much.
That is the key, though. If you know people where you don't have to mingle, that's tolerable.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
but-
that's better. Yeah.
Not good or great, but better.
Get out of here, man.
Reese, how many false credits are there in Control?
At least 5 billion.
Okay, so Bob has not beat it then.
Yeah.
Nova's only
It's
through
either
12.
it's either 5 billion or 1, and I can't remember.
There's that whole other thing in Control, that like the jukebox thing.
Oh yeah, that's actually a DLC. It's not like part of the base game.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
But if you got the Ultimate Edition, Adam, you probably didn't notice, and that's because it comes with the 2 DLCs.
That's probably why, yeah. It was way too hard. I never beat anything in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was pretty hard.
I got close, and then I was like, fuck, I'm just going to finish this main story.
Oh, you were doing it before the main story, too, yeah.
Well, because I was like, I don't know. I thought it was like, I didn't know.
I mean, you can do it before
the
the end of the main story. It's not like...
Totally.
It's just sort of not
just
related.
a side thing. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of with Skyrim. My plan so far is I'm just trying to do the main story,
right,
as best as I can, because I figure it's gonna be like a lot of games still,
right,
just to beat the main story.
Yeah, it is.
Good luck not getting sidetracked.
I know. Well, that's it's so funny
Kind
too,
of the
because
fun
like
of it too.
you'll be walking and then like some people will be like, oh, have you seen this lady in town? I really need to. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna get
You heard about this guild?
Yes.
I have
Oh,
a message for you.
join-
Your eyes only. Messenger will
join the
fucking find
rebellion.
you.
Could I interest you in a 30-hour side quest?
Yes. And I'm like, no, I just gotta go meet the Greybeards.
Granted, you do get some good skills and equipment.
Well,
a lot of those.
That's what I'm balancing. I may have to just do a couple here and there, but I want to finish it.
Right.
I would recommend
The story,
just
at
do the
least.
Thieves Guild, the Companions, and
Fucking-
the what's the murdery one? Where you're
The
assassins. With the
yeah,
Dark
there's an
Mother or
Assassin's
whatever.
Guild that I can't. There's a name for them that I'm not.
Oh, okay. I would do that. Thieves Guild and Assassin's Guild.
What is it really called?
How
Dark
do you-
Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. So I started doing like alchemy, but it's just like you just have to randomly guess, like to make potions and shit.
You can eat the ingredients and it'll tell you one of the things it does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't you have to like randomly put them together to figure it out?
Yeah.
Before it'll
Well,
even
once
tell
you
you
like
what
know
it'll do?
one of the things that they do, you can get like a baseline idea of like, well, this gives me health, so if I put it with this other thing that gives me health,
Yeah.
it'll get a bigger health boost, that type of
Oh,
thing. But there are
that
certain
makes
things
sense.
that you just have to like randomly figure
Fuck
out,
around and find out.
or just look
Okay.
up, because why waste your time?
I know. And then I'm like, is that just kind of defeats the purpose? So I'm like,
It's kind of
maybe
not,
I just won't
not
do
exactly.
alchemy.
I would just look it up.
I know. It loses the immersion.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're the only alchemist in the entire world. Surely someone has written down how to make skooma or something.
Well, I know. Well, I'll just stop doing alchemy.
I also, yeah, barely. I just didn't really touch it in my playthrough.
That's fine. I'm also just like picking up every wildflower that I pass.
I
like,
got him.
This is slowing me down. Nice.
Whew. Yeah, you'll get over picking up literally everything you see pretty quick because you do not have a lot of inventory.
I know.
Oh, Ronwin says you can find and buy recipes around the world.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dark Brotherhood. Oh, I'm not even looking at the chat. That
You
would
guys, I can't look at the chat because I'll die. What are you here for?
I'm watching. I was watching you play.
Congratulations on getting to the true ending, Bob, by the way.
You have now destroyed 68% of Hell's occupying force. Without the priests,
BRB.
Bye. All right, so we just got the top half of the robot from the first game. That guy. I guess we're gonna bring him back to life.
Dr. Hayden is transferring himself into your ship's mainframe.
He's gonna be part of my ship.
I was totally off. Samuel Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas.
Yeah. That's the same name. You're saying the same. You're saying the same word, Luke. I don't know why you're.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Thomas in my mind the rest of the game because I fucked up once and now it's stuck.
I'm gonna call him Thomas Hayden.
Not even Thomas Hayden. Just there's Samuel Hayden, aka Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Or
Thomas.
is it? Is it Tom or Thomas? We got to decide.
Thomas.
Okay.
Formal. You know.
He's a doctor. He earned that. Call him Thomas.
Hey, Tommy. I'm a doctor. Sorry, Thomas.
Tomas.
Yeah. Is he European?
Could be.
Then Tomas.
It depends on where he was built. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of...
So I recently saw, it wasn't Tesla, but it was some other like autonomous driving car. It was like an Uber service.
Okay.
Where the car got pulled over, but it did not have a driver in it.
Yeah, and it just
like its front lights were out, and then the cops were like going up to it, trying to like what the fuck? There's nobody here. Like.
And then drove
trying
away.
to get the window to roll down, and then once they turned their lights off, it was like I'm free to go, and they pulled it over again. It was like who do you ticket? Like, does that go to the
it knows
whole
that
company?
they can't ticket anyone, so it was like, I'm out of here, suckers.
Found a loophole.
I think it on speaker said "fuck the police" as well. I think it said that.
Yeah, it just started playing NWA and drove up. Hydraulics kicked in and it just drove up. Its taillights just turned into a middle finger. But like, if there was one programmer that was responsible for like the headlights, which I believe was the case why he got pulled over in the first place, does that person get ticketed? Does the company get ticketed?
I would imagine the company gets ticketed.
Does the car incur its own debt? Yeah, I would guess.
Oh, at some point, if the AI is sophisticated enough to like, if it's like self-sentient, well, that's redundant. If it's sentient, does it get its own ticket? If it's like advanced enough to have like some base sentience.
Yeah, like it brings me back to philosophy classes. But we would always talk about like human like rights, and if AI reached a certain point, would it incur rights? But one thing I don't remember talking about was what about responsibilities? Like if you break the law,
I was programmed this way.
Robot? Like, and then does that reflect on human nature? Like, can we fall back on like, sorry, officer, this is just the way I am.
I had to rob that bank. You don't understand.
Sorry, I'm just genetically predisposed to drinking and driving. You gotta let me go. Like, that is an interesting kind of thing. Like you know, the whole free will, like, and genetic predispositions toward different things. But like at the end of the day, it still just seems to everybody like the right thing to, like, you did this, you are. Like, what would it take societally, like, how long into the future until we decide, like, our environment is to blame to the degree where we're not individually liable for something?
Well, at some point it would have to be beyond where we're like still fighting over resources. While we're still doing that, it's not going to be really viable to.
That's a good question for Star Trek, but not us.
Yeah, we're not there yet. And they also tackled the AI rights with Data's
Data.
court date.
Trial.
Yeah. That was a good episode.
Because what was that one?
That was a
Riker
really good
was
episode.
the prosecutor, right? He had
Yes,
to go,
he
and
was,
he
he was
talked
forced to be the
before,
prosecutor. I forget what circumstances. I guess he was like the only high-ranking officer available to be a prosecutor. I think that was the reason.
And that was a good conversation between them. Like, here's the deal, buddy. Like, I am gonna have to go at you. Like, this, and unless it's gonna be a mistrial and it'll be brought to other lawyers, like, I need to be the one to do this.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a episode.
And Data was completely understanding about it, which was, you know,
as he is. Very Data of him.
Very Data of him, but also I was like, oh, Data, my heart.
I know, it's like, fuck. Yeah, that whole arc, just like the empathy they build for the viewer, for the android.
Yeah. He's my favorite character in that show, I think.
Really well done. I know it's like Picard is like the easy answer. Like, of course, Picard's great, but
yep,
I'd probably say Data as well.
Oh my god, you guys are talking about Star Trek again? Jesus.
So we thought it was our chance because you were gone.
Exactly.
God.
No, you would like it.
Yeah.
I started watching Deep Space Nine, but my heart couldn't handle it because it's too soon. I need to like let myself grieve, you know, after Next Generation. Like, it's over.
What you might want to do is watch the movies.
Yeah, that's next on the list.
Okay. Because there's more Next Generation for you still.
Yeah.
You have not seen. And some of them are good, and some of them are...
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I've seen online, too, is like, this one's fucking great. This one... Yep, they made that movie.
That also, it's there.
It's out there.
Picard's in it.
Yep. Because Deep Space Nine is still on Netflix, right?
Apparently. I did see it still, yeah. I don't know why, but I imagine that'll be gone, you know, before you can finish it, too, so.
Yeah, not even going to start.
Oh.
I mean, like, I'm interested, but it's that, like, I could watch a bit, and then I'll have to get Paramount, and I just don't want to on principle, because new streaming services I'm morally opposed to, I guess, at this point in my life.
Yeah, I guess that's a principle that you've got.
Like, we've got the standard ones
To be fair,
down.
there's not a ton on it right now. It's
on Paramount?
Yeah, on Paramount.
Yeah.
Halo.
So,
yeah. Which I haven't heard good things about.
When you said that, my first reaction was you said hello, but weird.
Hello.
I actually, have you guys been watching that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, my opinion will mean nothing to you, but I think it's all right. I think it's an all right show.
All right.
The first episode had a lot of exposition and made me really wary about it. Like, of course it's going to be exposition because they've got a whole world to establish, but it didn't feel earned in the way they were saying. It just kind of felt like, oh, you're explaining this outright instead of working this in more naturally.
Right.
But it got better than that.
Casuals up to speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is basically what they're aiming at, right? Is like bringing more people in via live action. It's not fan service.
Yeah.
I think so.
which is cool. It's good.
Yeah.
The way to treat it is, like, we're coming from the video game, so we kind of expect the story to be the way that we've already heard it. Don't.
Yeah.
Treat it more like Marvel is making new stories out of the same characters with their movies. Even though they've got established stories in the comic books.
Right.
That's the way to treat it. It's not a great show, but I think it's enjoyable enough. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I
with
watched Space Force season 2 came out. I enjoyed it. It was short.
I watched that too.
Space Force is not great, but it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's something.
I agree. I feel like season 2 was like, that seemed different than season 1.
I was starting to enjoy it, and then
bad.
It didn't play the next episode.
Dude,
is it over?
Same. That did the same thing. I was like, oh, that's it? Shit.
And maybe that's the plan to like hook you in, is just get you invested and then quit. But
maybe.
Oh shit!
What
It's the big
8
guy.
Episodes? So yeah, I'll check out Halo at some point. Not because you recommended it, just because I want to anyway.
I mean,
I don't
you have
put any
to as a
faith in your
Halo fan,
recommendations.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, I have to shoot him with the
Oh, it's
plasma
this
rifle
fucking
first.
guy again. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get his shield down first, or die. I could die instead.
Bronwyn says 8 months. I'm late on the chat, but is that in reference to when Deep Space Nine leaves? Or is that in reference to anything
I think that
else?
was earlier than that. I don't remember. I don't remember
so.
what that was in reference to, though. Bronwyn, what's 8 months? Fuck.
Explain yourself.
It's just hilarious.
Yes, that's honestly, he's the best in that. Just when his sailor mouth is fucking great.
Oh, is
Perfectly
he
cast.
he does sailing in Space Force? That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a very colorfully linguistic
Yes.
scientist.
Okay.
Yep. Reese, with Infinite Season 2 coming out, are you
Yes.
do you have any plans on doing a Infinite stream?
We could do a Halo
Do
Infinite
Max?
stream again. I assume you're hinting this because you want to play.
Yeah, I guess.
We could do that. I can't believe
8 months was in reference to how long it would take us to progress to the point of reaching Star Trek ideals of
yeah, okay.
moral
yeah,
understandings.
Yeah, it's about 8 months from now. Yeah, we'll get to
look
that
at Ron being
idealistic
optimistic.
society.
Yeah, we're right there.
It's
We're close.
right there, man. It's right there.
Well, see, like, wasn't the point, like Roddenberry's point, was the whole like post-scarcity, post-conflict.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't make a series without conflict. Like, you can't have a narrative without conflict.
I mean, the
Otherwise
conflict
it'd be
was
like-
not. It wasn't that there was no conflict. It was that the conflict was not within humans. Like, it wasn't human to human
That's
conflict. It was because
But
Earth had already
humanity
had
has
solved it out.
reached
The Federation, is basically a unified team.
Although I
it
did
comes
see
from
some,
like the
they're like,
Klingons in before they were part of the Federation. Even though they're kind of like they're still
Iffy.
kind of like iffy once they're in the Federation. Kind of like
they love their honor.
they sure do. But the point was like the conflict has to be external to humanity.
Okay, that makes sense. Then I misunderstood. Otherwise, it would be like, the nice man woke up. He had a good day.
I mean, doesn't
end.
every
Sweet
story
dreams.
have conflict?
Right, yeah. So, like, that's where I was confused. Like, wasn't it supposed to be, like, an idealized world? I guess I've been seeing different articles because now my phone knows that I like Star Trek, so it's been trying to convince me to watch all the others. And that was one of the articles I read, was something about how they're deviating more and more from the post-conflict world.
Yeah, they are. If you're gonna watch modern Trek, you have to understand that. Boy, it's gonna be different.
Yeah. Which like,
I still haven't watched Discovery or Picard yet. I watched a little bit of Discovery early on, and I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but I'm willing to give it another try now. They've got 3 seasons out now. I think season 4 is like on its way out, so I want to see what they've done with like multiple seasons under their belt.
I remember going to the Chris Pine reboot, and what was that, like 2006?
2009.
But I didn't know anything about Star Trek. It was just like, oh, okay.
I actually still really like that first one.
Action. I don't remember anything about it, and like, I did see an interview with him where he was basically saying, like, we don't need to be Marvel. We don't need to have, $1 billion per movie, or whatever the metric was. Like, we need to make good Star Trek for people that love Star Trek.
Yeah, and he's right. And they didn't do that.
Fuck yeah, like, that's
the following 2 movies got higher and higher budgets and just actionier plots, and
that's where even clips I've seen from newer Star Trek, it's like, it's so distracting how high budget it is, and everything looks, it's like, I'm sure Next Generation got high budget for a 90s show, late 80s, early 90s, but like, I like that kind of
television shows before Netflix did not really get budgets. So it might have had a high budget for a TV show in the 80s, but God, that was small.
Yeah, and I like that it gives it a certain focus and charm to it. Like it's
if you're gonna make a good show with less money, it has to be a goddamn good show.
It's like,
so you have to focus on the other parts.
So all the talk about Quentin Tarantino doing a Star Trek, that was all going on before I ever watched Next Generation.
Right.
But now I'm like, oh fuck, that would be incredible. I mean, it would be weird.
I don't know about. I don't know. That would be incredible. It would be an experience.
It would be something. I'd watch it for sure. I'd
watch it. I never said I wouldn't watch it.
Right. But like his ability to tell a story, he has a unique voice.
Yeah.
I feel like that would lend itself really well somehow. Hopefully they get Patrick Stewart involved. Him and Leo,
Yeah.
Fighting around the galaxy. Maybe get Russell Crowe while you're at it. But like that, that kind of vision that Tarantino would bring would be cool. And I just don't know anything about modern Star Trek but it seems like there's not. I don't know. I shouldn't even talk because I just don't know. It's the end of the story, I guess. But Adam, you were talking about Halo Infinite Season 2.
Yeah. All right, guys. I just sort of zoned out there for.
Can you fall asleep a little bit?
5 minutes.
Hey, guess what, Adam? Ronwin likes Stargate.
Yeah.
I tried to get Adam into Stargate, Ronwin, and it didn't take. He watched the whole 5 episodes out of the 10 years worth, and he feels like he knows the whole show.
I mean, it's just like they go to a planet, they meet some new people, they save them, and then like they're like, "Oh, what did we learn?"
I think we learned something today.
Yeah,
I just watched the Imagination episodes of South Park. I was like, "Oh, it's Stargate." They got the whole thing.
Luke, if you watched 5 episodes of Star Trek, do you think you would have gotten the entire show? Do you think you know what's going on?
Don't loop me into endorsing Stargate.
Yeah, Luke, why don't you watch 5 episodes of Stargate and let me know if what you think.
I have seen a couple seasons, I feel like.
Oh, damn.
I watched more than 5 episodes too, by the way.
Got some cousins in California, and they love Stargate. So like anytime, either traveled out there a couple times, and downtime we just like watched Stargate, and it was cool. I liked it, but I never got into it. But I was also like 14, 15, 16.
I watched 6 episodes, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just checked.
All right. Well, I mean,
your description also sounds like Star Trek. You could discount. And again, I only know the Next Generation, but it's fucking Patrick Stewart. So if that's not a selling point, then go to hell.
So,
fuck you.
I think my issue.
But it's very similar. Like, they met a new alien race and they solved a problem and they learned something about themselves and each other.
Yeah, it's more of like the arc. It being like it's non-bingeable. because it's like, okay, it starts off. There's like 10 minutes of the blah blah blah. Then they go and do a thing, and then there's conflict. And then
it was made in the time
just,
where you couldn't be expected to watch every episode of the show in order.
Is Stargate like Star Trek,
right. I understand.
where it's like every episode is one off?
It's kind of like, it's less like that than Star Trek: The Next Generation, and there are overarching seasonal plots.
Yeah, by the end they definitely did.
But it's like 26 episode seasons still, so it takes a while to find out what that plot is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's right. I've been trying to convince my significant other that Better Call Saul is actually really fucking good.
It's a great show.
And it's taken a few episodes, and granted, early season, so it's still, everything's kind of just huge gears are turning very slowly. It seems like nothing's happening. By like episode 3, it's like, oh fuck, okay, I can see like how things are gonna play into each other, and there is really a story here.
So Thomas Hayden said, "You can't just shoot a hole in Mars," and I just shot a hole in Mars.
Elon would be cranky with you.
I was gonna live there.
Once he owns Twitter, he's gonna ban you.
Oh, good.
I don't have Twitter, so.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I'm just watching this whole thing from afar, and it's kind of nice to go like, I give zero shits. It's just kind of entertaining.
Yeah, I guess that's the beauty of like getting older. You're like, I don't give a shit about any of this.
We're like 30.
Like, it matters to a lot of people. It'll probably affect.
We can't not give a shit yet. We're 30.
I stopped giving a shit years ago, Reese.
I'm not even 30, and yeah, fuck it all.
The BFG 9000 is capable of killing most demons with a single shot. Looks like it killed lots of demons with a single shot in there. Damn, I'm happy with this gun.
I'll just say, since we've been playing this game again, I've been listening to the soundtrack when I'm like doing dishes, and goddamn, is this motivating to get that grease off? Like, it's just the fact that it's instrumental is so nice. Because like the Meshuggah album just came out, and it's fucking incredible, but it's still like I can't do it all the time. It's just, it's too much. Meshuggah's always been like that, where it's like, it's good, I love it, but I just can't take. Oh my god,
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah, Obama, I did that.
Don't thank Obama for that. Thank me.
Put that little Joe Biden sticker.
Remember
on
when that was like,
I did that.
That was political comedy back in 2008,
scandal.
or I guess it would have been later than 2008 because he had just become president.
Like 12 or something, yeah.
Yeah, like political comedy was just say something that doesn't matter. Like, oh, I dropped my sandwich. Thanks, Obama.
I've been doing that more again because the more time you have from Obama actually being responsible for anything, it's like kind of funny again.
Just even funnier.
in some cases, it's still overdone, but like,
it's ironic.
I've gotten some good laughs lately.
It's coming back.
Yeah. Like 50 years from now, there's gonna be a generation of us that'll be like,
still so
fucking gas is $18 quadrillion a gallon. Thanks, Obama.
I dropped my teeth. Thanks, Obama.
Like, that's just, it's locked in now. Like, it will always be a thing. Whatever is going on. Or sometimes if something really
making
nice
my
happens,
brand of shampoo. Thanks, Obama.
like, hey, I hit every green light on the way to work today. Thanks, Obama. Yeah, that was really nice of you. Thanks.
Okay, I'll start using it positively. I like that.
Another way to get, an ironic revisit of an old joke, get some laughs. I found some success with that. Apparently Obama now has like a documentary on Netflix that he's narrating about like national parks around the world.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Right? It was like, and he's got a good
He's got a good voice.
He's got a good voice.
Yeah.
I still like
Sorry, I just that was my death noise.
He's like the only president that could do that. Like Clinton is not going to do that. Bush is not going to do that. I mean, even if they did, it would be kind of hilarious.
I'm still not convinced Bush can read.
Right?
No, I'm not. put a script
Which would
in front
be
of
a
him.
great narrator for a documentary of him, like first take only, no edits, just going through.
All right, I'm back in. Watch this.
Right. Adam, I think we were talking Better Call Saul before you came on. Have you seen any of the new? I mean, and when I say new season 5 that aired 2 years ago.
Yes, I've already seen through season 5 when it aired.
Okay.
Or
you.
Well,
no spoilers. Don't tell me.
Well, I mean, I don't even remember.
Cool, so I kind of know, but that's what I'm having trouble with. Is like, so season 4 came out 2 years ago on Netflix, and now I'm trying to remember like.
So just look up like season 4 Better Call Saul recap on YouTube or something.
Yeah, I should have done that.
It'll be like a 5-minute video of them explaining, or just like you'd be like, "Oh right, all this shit."
Because there was the scene where like Nacho came and picked him up, and it was all like super tense. And it's like, fuck, that's right, they know each other, but what happened?
I know.
I have no idea.
I know. It's all, even now, it's all vague. I don't even remember what happened in season 5, but I know it was good.
Oh, am I going to use that gun now and shoot Mars again? Why did he say that's not a weapon? That's not a teleporter. That's a weapon. Wait, which way did he say it? I can't even remember now. Did he say that's not a weapon, that's a teleporter, or that's not a teleporter, that's a weapon?
Yeah, I think he said that's a weapon, not a teleporter.
Okay. I guess we're going to use a weapon as a mode of transport?
Why not?
Load yourself in and...
Like that guy riding the atom bomb in...
yeah. In Halo?
Yeah, in Halo.
I feel like now that the specter of nuclear war is relevant again,
yep, we're hopping in this gun.
You're going. I almost don't want to watch Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah,
because like I might
because it's spooked. A little more real now.
It's relevant again, even though
the ending. Yeah, it's a little like
50 years
ago. A little more real.
Well, like, isn't that whole defense system more or less real? Like, where it's automated, like nobody has to authorize it. I've seen some articles on it, but it's always hard to tell like what's real.
It still has to be authorized. But
like that perimeter system or whatever it's called.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, fuck.
But that's not the perimeter system. Is that nuclear? Or is that just defense?
Yeah. Cold War era automatic nuclear weapons control system. It can automatically initiate, this is Wikipedia, but it can automatically initiate the launch of the Russian ICBMs by sending a pre-entered highest authority order from the General Staff of Armed Forces. And
oh, this is Russia?
Yeah.
Well, this was like 50 years ago too, though.
Yeah, it was a Cold War era system. If a nuclear strike is detected by seismic, light, radioactivity, and pressure sensors. Okay, by most accounts, it is normally switched off and supposed to be activated during times of crisis. It is said to remain fully functional. So basically, once they turn it on,
I see. Then it becomes
if
an
a
automatic
nuke is
thing.
detected, it can be automatic that they just let all hell loose. Which I'm sure we've got something. Like, in case of absolute emergency, you know, if the president's taken out, it can still operate.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I don't think...
It says this was in service from 1985 to present, so at the time of the movie, it was probably hypothetical.
Wait, what movie?
Dr. Strangelove.
Oh.
Like the idea that it's just nobody can control it. I mean, I'm assuming with this, there's like a kill switch. And in the movie, there was not, right? It's like once it's activated, it's going.
Well, that's silly. Of course we can't stop
But that movie,
it. Why
for
would we
anybody in
program
the
that?
chat who hasn't seen Dr. Strangelove, Or How I Stopped, or what was it? How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Yeah.
Great movie on the utmost competence of our government officials in times of crisis. How we have the most intelligent people handling things at the highest levels of human capacity. It's a really great masterclass on how we're all going to be okay. And a good lesson on, you got to protect your bodily fluids.
Yeah, right. Great movie.
And everyone who's watching the stream knows exactly what we're talking about.
What? Yeah. Going back a ways, Nova says, personally, I'm a fan of Battlestar Galactica.
I really want to watch that.
I have never seen it.
I really want to watch that one. I don't know that there's a way to stream it anymore. It was on Prime
years
ago.
Reese.
But then...
there's a way.
Oh. There's always that way.
Our matey.
However, I would like to support good sci-fi.
Is it?
I remember getting back in the day getting cease and desist letters from our
Adam isn't convinced that there is such a thing as good sci-fi.
Was pirating too much.
Oh no, I'm not. That's not what I'm poo-pooing. I'm poo-pooing the fact that at this point, nothing that you pay towards
I
Battlestar
suppose,
Galactica
yeah, that's basically,
gonna,
Battlestar Galactica, its fate is decided.
Yes, they're not going to be like, oh, let's reboot it.
because that guy paid $10.
Yes, because
we've been tracking this Reese guy who is our quintessential demographic.
He was the linchpin.
We're just waiting for him to watch it, and then we'll reboot.
He did it! Code Red!
Green light, go!
Get J.J. Abrams on the phone. Yeah. We're gonna need more flare.
It's time.
Yeah, tell him to bring his lens flares.
We need every lens flare that you have.
So I noticed by the end of Next Generation, the later seasons, there were some episodes that had a weird amount of lens flare. And J.J. Abrams was not credited. I mean, he was probably 15 at the time, but he loomed large, nonetheless.
His spirit was there.
Yeah. It's like he's watching that as a kid going I like the show. I love the sci-fi. I love the action. I love the philosophy. But you know what really stands out to me about this? What makes it great is the lens flare.
I'm gonna need more lens flare.
Yeah, they should do another sketch of that. If there's another Star Trek J.J. Abrams movie, that would be a good parody of that sketch.
Parody their own sketch.
I feel like that's probably where SNL's at.
Not ammo again. Oh,
have you guys seen Barry? Speaking of things loosely tied to SNL, Barry.
I've heard that's
no, but I've heard it's a good show.
Fucking incredible.
I think your brother was trying to get me to watch it, and I was like, I'll put that on my but it's on HBO, so it was tough to watch.
Yeah.
But I actually have HBO.
Yeah, I told him the same.
Now.
It's yeah, all right, buddy, I'll put it on the list. Okay. Granted, he recommends so many things.
I know.
Sure.
It's I can't.
Look, I can't watch all of these, man.
One day or something, and watched it, and was this is actually really fucking good. Watched all of season 1 in one day, season 2 in another day. Season 3 is coming out later this month.
That's kind of how I have to watch shows. It's
what the fuck? Where am I supposed to go? What the fuck? No.
Rebel.
Wait, wasn't there supposed to be a grapple in this game? Did we ever get that? Uh-oh. That's a
grapple.
I thought the Doom
Apparently Battlestar Galactica is streaming on Peacock.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, Reed.
Literally all I know of Battlestar Galactica is what I learned from Dwight Schrute. That's it. Do you guys know anything about Starship Troopers? I saw that on Netflix the other day.
That's another thing I'd like to check out. It's
I was I've heard about it.
Is it like a parody?
Satirical, take on
right. Is it really?
On sci-fi, yeah.
I think so. I watched Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
Recently. So good.
Was that the first time you watched it?
No, I've seen it before, but
we watched that in school.
Right, and I think it had been years. I'm sure we Luke, you and I watched it a long time ago or something, but
yeah,
it was it was good.
It's still very good to this day. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's probably
since way
more
back then, so
relevant now with how big nerd culture has gotten. That like it works even more now.
Yeah. Yeah, you should watch it, Luke. It's pretty solid.
It seems like one of those movies. I'm sure. Like I laughed at it at the time, but I probably didn't get half of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Got
there's
Alan
funny
Rickman.
stuff, but so much
Totally.
goes unnoticed. The undiscerning viewer.
It's got Alan Rickman
Which
and
I
Alan
definitely
Rickman's
was
best role.
undiscerning. That just reminded me of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Alan Rickman was great in that.
Yeah, he was.
Who did he
Had
play
the
in
only
that?
really good part of that movie.
He was the depressed
Oh,
robot.
that's right. That's right.
What? I
Oh,
like that
shit.
movie.
That's a good movie. What are you talking about, Reese?
It's not perfect.
Not the book.
I wouldn't
but-
say that's a perfect movie. It's good.
I
Yeah.
remember
It's a
not
like
really
it's so
caring for
unique,
it. I,
too.
It's a
I
hard
didn't,
universe
I didn't
to
hate it
make.
or anything, but I
Yeah.
just wasn't that good.
Did you read any of the books?
I did read the first one. It's been a long time.
The books are great. They're
I think I
really
read
funny.
like 2 or maybe 3 of them.
I
I
think
remember
read
the
2.
trilogy, the original trilogy was in 5 parts. I didn't make it all the way through.
Yep.
The trilogy
definitely
was
read the
5
first
parts.
one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like the humor in the books, like it's hard to write comedy, like
Yeah.
to be read.
But he
Yeah.
It was
But he
it was
did a
hilarious.
very good
It was
job
really
of
good.
it.
really good. Yeah.
And the movies carried that same spirit in the way that you could only do in a movie, not a book. Like a book's always better, you know, that
Right.
all the standard kind of.
I don't buy into the
Stand
book
for
is
that.
always better thing.
I mean, just like as a standard sort of statement,
Right.
You know, that exists. The books
There's
were
just
better.
more world building if
Yeah.
it's in a book.
Mhm.
You know, just inherently, no matter what kind of.
Yeah. That's why I like, and it seems like why most people seem to like TV shows now. Like after streaming, you could like really pour your money into building a big world that you could depend on everybody actually seeing all the episodes of. So you could.
That's where it's weird. Like movies now are short stories compared to
Yeah.
shows,
Yep.
and it's even like why do we still call them TV shows? I mean, you watch it on a TV, I guess, but you watch movies on like calling it a TV show just isn't quite accurate now, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
I get you. But
Yeah.
streaming movie and streaming show doesn't. I mean,
that sounds stupid. So it's,
yeah.
they are too. I'm not saying we should call them anything different. That'd be a weird hill to die on.
Oh God.
But I've been known to die on some wrong hills, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make that a part of my personality now that we should not call them TV shows. I saw something on Reddit of how like somebody's kid thought it was really cool that they 3D printed the save icon, and they had a bunch of those.
But it was just actual floppy drives.
There's just puppies. Yeah.
Oh
Or,
my
yeah, not
God.
drives, discs. Pardon me.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know
that's
that
pretty
anybody
funny.
would correct you.
Yeah, we've got to be. I think we've talked about that before, but we've got to be like pretty much the last people who ever used those regularly.
Yeah.
Just
And
barely.
we were on the late end of that.
Yep.
That's what I forget too. Even like of the audience, I feel like we are the older end.
Definitely, yeah.
Is either like our age or younger. So yeah, we'd probably make some references that go.
Like
unknown.
1987 Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Well, that's a piece of human culture. You know, don't let Adam sway you. Everybody should love that. See, now I feel like we're pressing too hard for the bit that you're just not gonna actually try it.
He never will. That's past. I mean, I ruined that by making him. I pushed Stargate so hard that now he's just not going to watch 80s and 90s sci-fi. Period.
So here's the thing: it's not 80s or 90s sci-fi. It's just old TV style, like the sitcom, like the 3-act story in 40 minutes. I'm like, it gets too repetitive for me. I'm like,
there is a bit of that for sure.
Same
but
thing.
Star Trek does really like, and I love good movies and stories like the story like No Country for Old Men, all time great.
This was before.
With that in mind, Next Generation does break the mold of. I mean, they do a lot of standard kind of 3-act whatever, but what they do in that is still way beyond their time. Like the questions they ask, the themes that they explore, it all, it has some trappings of early 90s. Even then, like thinking like how a lot of complaints I see about the new Star Trek is, it's all just progressive woke stuff, and it's like what they were doing with Next Generation.
Yeah, I've seen that before too, but that's like the whole point of Star Trek. And what?
Right,
it's always been
what
a
they were doing in Next
show.
Generation, like every conservative would now be like totally on board with everything. Like imagining back in the day what was controversial.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, yeah, it's not progressive to think that like women can be captains.
Yeah.
But like that was a big fucking deal. And they didn't make a big deal out of it. They just did it.
In Star Trek Voyager,
win out.
When they had their first woman captain, it was just sort of, yeah, she's the captain. No one really ever acknowledged that there's a woman in the captain's seat, because why would they?
Yeah. there was one where like Beverly took the bridge. Everybody else was like decommissioned for one reason or another. Beverly took and there was like maybe a moment where she kind of like felt the armrest and looked around, and that was it. And then they just moved on. Like
there is a moment in it's the pilot episode of the original Star Trek. It's not Captain Kirk, because they changed that from the pilot. It's fucking. Neither of you are going to be able to help me.
Yeah, no,
it was a different captain. I won't remember his name, but one of his first lines is there's like a yeoman who had come onto the bridge, and he said, "I don't think I'll ever get used to a woman on the bridge." And it was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did you just say? Oh, the 60s.
That's like I can only read reviews of the new Star Treks in that mode of like, okay, that's what's new, I guess. And not that it's like they don't set out, maybe it's different now, but like they don't. Next Generation never had like a preachy kind of like looking down on anybody or like trying to convince anybody of politics. They just kind of, it was very show don't tell.
Well, they could do it that way because it was the future, so like that's just the way it was. So like nobody in the original series, like even though it was fucking
changes and cultural, like even when everybody's trying to get along, like sometimes you just have fucking non-starters. Like you just like with the Klingons always being difficult. Like you can't just tell them, here's how it is. Okay, shut the fuck up about your own. And like Worf always, torn between the two worlds. Like they just
Worf
explored.
Worf is an even better character in Deep Space Nine. They really go deep into Klingon stuff in Deep Space Nine.
That's it was cool to see that he's in there, and not O'Malley. Same with Thomas. In this,
isn't it O'Malley? No, it's O'Brien. Sorry, yeah,
O'Brien. See, I just started calling him O'Malley because it's like, oh, he's the Irish guy. And now in my mind, same as Tomas in this game, once I've got the wrong name, it just locks in. So like, I legitimately still call him O'Malley, and that's So if I ever talk about O'Malley, you know who I'm talking about.
All right.
But like him, because they did that same thing, right? They like they brought him in and expanded, the same as Worf.
Yep.
Isn't Picard in a couple episodes?
Picard is in the first episode, just as like a bridge. Yeah, I don't think he's in it ever again after the first episode.
That video of Patrick Stewart, did you post that in the other one or in Bad Defaults?
I only posted that to you guys. I posted in the other one, yeah. Yeah, there was a video of Patrick Stewart that I posted that was. It's from a show called Extras, apparently. And I love seeing Patrick Stewart behave
like an American
unexpectedly.
Dad. He's just,
yeah. He's make him say.
I love him in American Dad.
Stupid shit.
Well, and then that one, of course. Yeah, I'll post it in a second here.
Yeah, go ahead,
that
Pat,
one
post it.
Naturally brought up the Ian McKellen, I guess, on the same show, talking about acting.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Well, you see, like when Peter Jackson brought me on to play Gandalf the Wizard in The Lord of the Rings. He wanted me to play the wizard, and it's like, you understand, Peter, I am not a wizard." And he was like, "Yes, but I want to have you pretend that you are a wizard." So that's what I did. I imagined what would it be like to be a wizard, and then I pretended when the day came that I was a wizard.
Interesting. Oh, the acting process.
Yeah. But I love how Patrick Stewart has seemed to enjoy his late career tomfoolery.
He understands the persona that people see him as, and he loves fucking
subverting
with that.
Yeah. Having fun. And like on American Dad, there have been some times where I've got to wonder, did he know the whole script ahead of time? Or did they give him bits and pieces and then they put it together? Like, he says some profane shit on that show, putting his name to it. And I mean, the character is it is Patrick Stewart, just as the CIA director, whatever his name is. And just the vile things he'll say. It's great. He's the best. Oh, yes, I did not say Sir Ian McKellen.
Oh, yeah, well, and it's Sir Patrick Stewart as well. You got to get that in there.
Yeah, yeah. I just looked up Sir Patrick Stewart, and the first thing that popped up on images was him and Ian McKellen kissing.
Aw.
Ian McKellen's gay, Patrick Stewart's not, but that's lovely to see the two.
Yeah, that's
embraced.
Cute. They're like best friends. It's a really cute friendship.
Which is great. Oh, and then there's a picture of Patrick Stewart kissing Conan.
Oh,
nice. Conan, of course, I miss him. I want him to be on the show again. I'm not a big fan of late night, but fucking Conan is great.
Do you watch his podcast?
Sometimes, not
Conan needs
as
a friend.
I feel like it misses his physical. Even when he's sitting
there's a
behind
physicality to him that is not present on a podcast.
Right.
Also, I think his laugh is really annoying when it's audio only. He like yell laughs.
Yeah, he does.
You ever notice that? I didn't notice it until the podcast.
How could you not? Oh, really?
Because of like his glorious coif of hair disguises it. You know?
He will make sure you know he's laughing.
Right, like the hair disguises the audio, so it's just like it blends in as one ensemble.
He also
when it's audio only. It's like
it ruins when it's audio only that like you can't see when he's making fun of his own lanky body.
Right, or like
you can't see his lanky body.
But the podcast, now that we've shit on it, is great. Mm-hmm. I do love the podcast.
If you could just die already, please. Thank you. Oh, I have the BFG. I keep forgetting that. We find a group of enemies that's worth BFGing.
So, like, what are these things?
I don't have any ammo for it. Demons. They're demons.
Are you in hell, or?
We're on Mars now. I believe we shot ourselves to Mars. But we were on Earth in the beginning. The story is humanity used to, like, mine hell energy called Argent energy from the hell dimension for power. Just like electricity to run TikTok and our memes and shit.
Smart.
And then,
Bitcoin
you know, that
mining.
went as expected. Shit, I
And
missed.
when there's no more place in hell.
When there's no more
dead
room on
will walk
TikTok.
Dead will roam the earth. Oh god, I love that movie so much. Dawn of the Dead, 2003.
So back to South Park, the California Super Cool to the Homeless episode was recently played. Trying to convince, I guess I haven't name dropped yet, but trying to convince my person to like, you know what movie you might actually like is Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
She's not going for it.
no.
Working on it.
It's a classic.
It
I
is.
guess it's
like,
a classic in our world, but maybe
yeah,
other
it probably
people
doesn't carry over. I remember I played. I tried doing that on Shaun of the Dead, and
Yeah.
I didn't think it was really that funny the second time around.
Dude, I was like, I did the same thing. I was like, yo, let's watch this. It's a comedy.
Right?
And I'm
Like I promise, it's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's like we
not-
really should have watched something else.
Yeah, I felt bad by the end. It's like,
Damn.
okay, yep, I won't pick a movie for a while.
It's like
I remember
it's like the
loving that
purpose of
movie.
being a
though.
comedy.
I think it's better than you guys are remembering from watching it the second time. But
Shaun of the Dead.
yeah, it was never
Maybe
great
I
though.
watched it too much.
I,
But
I
it's
think
not like funny.
I think that, well, Adam, I don't know how you watched it the second time, but I think maybe, Luke, you were like self-consciously like overanalyzing and not laughing
Trying
at
to
thing. Like,
when you tell somebody you're gonna love this, and then every
and
second
then
of
like
the
you're waiting
whole
for them
time
to
you're-
laugh and they don't, and it's like, oh, this movie's bad.
I didn't really have.
Not that it was ever like, it was not ever fantastic. I never got there with you guys like that, but it's probably,
like,
I
even then,
assume
like-
it's still probably like good.
Reese
We've
is
watched
like,
movies
I
where
never
like
liked
I'm
it.
laughing my ass off, and she's like, I don't like it. Like, this is dumb. And even that, like, I just didn't enjoy it again.
All right,
And
well,
I'm kind of sad about that. I shouldn't have watched it.
maybe
again.
it's just, you know, it doesn't work
Maybe
anymore.
file that away as one of those
Maybe
movies.
when you're not
that I liked
15
back
years
then.
old anymore, Shaun of the Dead, not a good movie.
It's like your
I think.
taste. However,
that's-
Team America, I loved. I've seen that like twice in the last year. I still fucking love Team America.
Yeah, I should watch that again.
Hilarious. I mean, granted, I'm into like politics and history, so like there's those angles that are at play that like I'm laughing at George Bush's foreign policy, which
Right.
might not be everybody's comedic angle, you know.
Right.
But I mean, it's like South Park and puppets making fun of George W. Bush and Michael Moore and Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, I don't remember
love
that.
movie. Eric, no. The credits song is "You Are Useless, Alec Baldwin," as sung by Kim Jong Il.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And of course, there's the timeless marionette intimacy scene that we
Yes,
were
of course,
briefly
yeah.
discussing earlier.
We alluded to it earlier. We didn't really discuss
Alluded,
it.
yeah, didn't discuss. See, fucking English majors. Not that you
I
were
didn't major
one.
in shit. You know what I majored in? Not having debt.
Yeah, you're good at that. Fuck you. That's right. Yeah, they came out again, and it's like, oh, are student loans gonna be due? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Yep, August. But then it's like, okay, interest is off. What? Like, okay, why should anybody pay when they're playing this cat and mouse game? When it's like, will I have to pay at all? Will I have to pay some of it? What's the math going behind this that convinces me to overpay right now because interest is gone, you know?
Are you talking about student loans?
Yeah. They're playing this whole game. They're just dangling it like we might forgive
Do you want
it.
to hear my conspiracy
Yeah.
theory on it? It's not even a conspiracy theory, but at this
Feels like
point
weird.
they've pushed it back so far. I really don't think that they can be like, hey, now everybody's got to start paying again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's gonna be like some substantial forgiveness, and whatever that the forgiveness is, people are still gonna be like, fuck you, it's not enough. But
Yeah.
what people don't realize, like, 90% of people with student debt only have like $10,000 of debt.
Yeah.
And then there's like the rest of the 10% is like people with 200,000, and so it like brings the average up.
Yeah.
But it's like if they just forgave 10,000 for each person, like
Apparently that would change a lot of lives. Yeah.
a shitload of people would be like, cool, I don't have debt anymore. Or they'd be like, cool, now I only have $2,000 left.
Yeah.
Which is like way more manageable. So I think it's gonna, I don't know. I'm thinking that it's gonna be like saved until the pre-election, and then like.
Well, so they postponed it till August, and the
Right.
midterms are November.
I know.
So what Democrat with a brain between their ears would go like, this is the time to start student debt loans again?
They're not going to. They're gonna just
Right,
keep
so-
pushing it back.
And then yet, every financial advice you'll hear is, oh, well, interest rates are frozen, so now's the time to pay. It's
Well, but
they're
sure,
they're not
but-
going to call the debts, are they? Like,
Right.
so what incentive is there to pay on a debt that you may not have to actually pay?
Here's what you
There's
do,
not.
Luke. You set
There's
aside.
not.
You set aside just in case they reinitiate it instead of forgiving a substantial portion, and then you'll have all the money that you would have paid during the time already set aside.
But it's
yeah.
not like you're gonna get hit if they say like, okay, now you got to start paying again. It's not like you're gonna get penalized for not paying for the last
Right.
2 years.
No, it's just it's better to pay a debt when interest is frozen because you're paying entirely to the principal.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
So when people are saying, "Oh, you gotta pay now because there's no interest," but if your debt's gonna be wiped out, maybe the calculus changes entirely because
Something happened on the elevator. We're now getting dragged.
Yeah,
to
shit. We're in a
Greece.
cutscene.
Yeah,
It's an interesting spot we're in. It's
I don't know.
weird,
I don't see anybody ever saying like, you
Unprecedented.
got to pay now when it's frozen. It's like, well,
I mean, just like financially speaking, that's the good thing to do. Like, if your mortgage got, if the interest was frozen, pay more because the interest will be lower over time.
He has fight
Right.
in him yet, in spite of his
yeah, I know. I think that they've been pushing it off so long now that like,
It would be political suicide to go like, oh, yep, they're all back in full.
yep,
Oh, that was a memory. That was a
Yep.
memory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were about to hit a boss battle.
I offer you a great
That's where, is student loans going to become the new perennial campaign carrot that they dangle? They're like, vote for us, we'll cancel all the student loans, and they're going to forbear for 6 months at a time, just to keep you on one side or another.
maybe.
Which, like, I totally get the angle of like, hey, you signed on to a debt, you have to pay it, like 100%. But at the same time, I have that debt, and I would like to not have to pay it if possible.
Also, the entire loan system around school loans and
Oh,
like
it's predatory as fuck.
high tuition. Yeah, it's predatory as fuck, and tuition should not be that high in the first place.
And
because
fewer people should go to college.
Well, I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
What?
Okay.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course they
like,
should.
Fewer, not like nobody, but so many people. I mean, the whole racket is that, oh, you gotta go to college. Like,
Well, if we're idealizing
figure out what you wanna do.
I get sure. I'm with
you
you
take
there.
that path. And
We
that
need
path might include
plumbers and
college.
carpenters and electricians,
Yeah.
and nobody
Okay.
wants to do that.
All right, I'm with you
Everybody's
there.
like, oh, college. But like, people don't understand, if you own a plumbing company, you can make like fucking 250 grand a year.
Yeah, fuck. I'd make 10 times the money if I were a plumber. But they keep
Yeah, it's
telling me my
manual
job is
labor,
noble. So
but, like-
I'm going to the bank paying my mortgage with my nobility,
Right.
checks, and they're not accepting it. So
The trades are like suffering so hard right now.
Yeah,
Which
I know
is
there's like an
great for
electrician
anybody in
shortage
them
and stuff,
currently.
but
because like supply demand, like if you're the only electrician in town,
Right.
oh, my rates just went up, and tough.
Yep.
What gets me, I think, and I guess we've taken the stream now to an economic discussion.
yeah, I
is
don't know how
the-
this happened.
the overall economic benefits, like, okay, you wipe all the debts out. Who suffers? It's not even the schools. The colleges
it's
have been
the-
paid
it's
in
the-
full.
It's the
bankers.
private loan companies.
Yeah.
And bankers.
Let me fucking shed a tear for them quick.
Yeah, right.
Let's call this even for 2008. Let's fucking forgive all student loans and give bankers a middle finger once in history and go like, all right, we good? We're good. Moving on. Like, make it clear this is a one-time thing. After, 2024, if you take out student debts, you'll actually have to pay them for real. Like, now we've gone through the societal mess of figuring out the whole racket.
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
We need to lower prices, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that it can't really be a one-time thing until like tuition prices are under control.
Like if you're thinking about going into college right now, that's probably the toughest spot to be. Like, do I take a loan? Like at the current prices? Ooh, Skyrim walls. Do you get to learn a dragon shout now?
Dovahkiin.
That would be a hell of a thing to add to this game. Is Dovahkiin? Is there a mod for that?
Probably.
Do it.
They're both Bethesda games.
Next week.
I think there's like a big misconception about colleges in general, though. Like, I have a friend who we were talking, and he was basically like, we both went to the same college, and he's like, yeah, I hope they fucking just completely fail. Like, they make so much money. It's like, I hope they just fucking close or whatever. And I'm like, you realize that they're a non-profit, like, organization. Yeah. They're not, like, they lose money every year. They're not making money. Like, sure, like, their revenue is $60 million a year, but their gross is $59 million a year. So
how much of that is administrative costs? Quote unquote, I'm sure administrative costs.
But
it's a non-profit, not a charity, though.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like a lot of those cancer organizations are like, yeah, donate to us, and then we'll like buy our mansions and
80% administrative costs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you call it administrative costs,
it's overhead.
So,
is this grand?
So, what incentives do colleges have to lower administrative costs, though?
None at all.
Yeah,
enrollment. That's where I feel like we need a systemic societal.
What the fuck?
Awakening to the fact that, because again, colleges can be extremely valuable. Like colleges are the route to a good life for many people. Depending on what you want to do, college is the way. But the whole racket of everybody needs to go to college to be a worthwhile person is a bunch of bullshit.
I think there just needs to be different paths. Like there needs to be,
and we need to be honest about that. Like, and there's no better or worse path. If you want to be a marine biologist, you need to go to college. If you want to be an electrician, you go to a technical community college. Like it's a 2-year and you'll make way more money than most people that go to 4-year colleges.
Right.
Like, we just need to be upfront and honest about that. And I feel like our generation and previous and ongoing, we just haven't had that honest talk.
I think it's changing.
I think so.
To some degree.
I think so.
But I think
it has to because no one can afford college anymore.
Right.
I think there needs to be like basically like AmeriCorps, but it's like if you want to like have quote unquote free college or whatever, you need to like still pay for it in some way. So it's like, let's say you graduate high school.
Professors have to eat.
Yeah, like you
can't be.
I mean, you have to put some service into it. I think so. Like, let's say you graduate high school, and you say like, okay, now you have to go work in like a community program for 2 years, like something like AmeriCorps or.
And if you could pick your like area, like if you think you want to work in education or social service, whatever, like,
or like natural
dues, they'll pay you a stipend,
or whatever.
Like conservation corps.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have that 2 years of banked community work. And
so
then
you know how life is.
Right. And then you get 80% of your college covered. Or you get free state schools for college.
Yep.
You can leave all the private shit. Because people
they can keep that.
Want to do that. Rich people are going to say like, I'm not going to go do that. But I think that closes the gap on, and I think that it would also help a lot of people who just feel like they have to go to college to like before they even know what they want to do.
That's why
they take like 2 years, and then they're like, "Fuck, I don't know what." It's like, well,
that's exactly what I did.
I know.
Because college is treated as just what you do after high school.
Exactly.
Oh, you're a senior. That means here's your next step, and people go, "Oh,
that means
okay.
take on the biggest loan you'll ever have in your life."
Right.
For 4 years.
Right. And there are like plenty of other countries in the world that like when you're done with school, you go and like
I do want to point out
for a year.
Our audience is probably a lot of people who are just about to go into college. And this is not advice. We are not we're not providing life advice.
Experts.
Oh, it's definitely advice.
This constitutes legal advice. No. Take this as 3 people who have gone through it, who have opinions.
Right.
They are opinions. How's that? How's that for a disclaimer?
I don't even think we need a disclaimer.
I mean,
I just wanted to point out to the people watching that, you know, we certainly don't know everything. And we even disagree amongst each other, so, like, fuck it.
Obviously, yeah, we don't know everything.
I totally support that idea of, like, it's been floated kind of in right-wing circles, like, we need mandatory, you know, national service.
Right.
And I don't think mandatory, but, like, as an option, like, if you graduate high school and you don't know exactly what you want to do,
right,
to have a government-sponsored option that doesn't pay well, but, like...
Sure.
Well, why wouldn't it pay well?
Well, because it's not well.
I mean, it could pay fine.
No. Yeah, it's
not going to be like $30 an hour.
Okay, but as long as it's like a decent living wage, like none of this $7.25 an hour shit.
No, not at all.
All right.
But like a sponsored program in every arena, and we need to bring apprenticeships back, like as a concept overall.
Cool. Yeah.
Just to learn and the idea. Oh, glad it was down.
I guess this is phase 2.
Luke, I think it can be like you said, it doesn't have to be mandatory, and it could be like different sects. Like it could be
that was guilds with CT, not
Thieves Guild and Assassins Guilds.
Yeah, exactly.
And Warrior Guilds.
Right. But yeah, right now there's just no option. It's like, I mean, it's basically like what happened in 2008, where like the housing market, they're like selling people houses for $500,000, and they're like, yeah, you can totally afford this. Oh, you make $10 an hour? Doesn't matter. You can totally afford this.
Come on down.
Right. Well, matters is your monthly.
Oh.
Who cares if your job is not that stable?
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing is happening with colleges, where they're like, you have like these people who are poor, which is most people.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, just take out a loan. You'll pay. It'll be fine. And it's like, well, that's really not. It's really not cool.
Well, and then like they're always touting that, you know, I heard this on NPR the other day of
fuck.
You know, well, we have income-based reimbursement or income-based payment plans. That's great, but it just disperses the interest for so long. Like you're paying a tiny bit of capital and a lot of interest. Like you're just extending the life of your loan by decade.
Right.
Because back to the monthly, like income-based payment plans are all monthly based. Like what can you pay a month? We'll work our numbers to fit your month, and then you'll pay us till you die.
Yeah,
it's not an honest to God. They're not working with you.
No, you end up paying way more over the life of the loan, obviously.
I mean, there are purchases that you can't make without a loan. Unfortunately.
Or you shouldn't make without a loan.
Like a home loan, like a mortgage is responsible. Some people, these fuckers with cash, with hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash. Well, isn't a lot of that getting bought up right now with...
oh, yeah. There's a lot of housing market purchases of people that just like are in it to rent or that make a vacation home.
It's all just like landlord corporate, you know. It's
it's a lot of it isn't even individuals. It's the
corporations,
fucking Zillows and
corporations being all corporation-y.
It's the corporations being corporation-y. It is though.
Team America, perfect movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll stand by that.
That is what's happening.
Fuck, I need to.
Okay,
man.
so if you can pay for a house cash, yeah, good for you. Whatever, do it. Fine. Like free market, you got it. You've made it. That's awesome. But like a home is a good purchase. Like that's a good loan. I mean, that is a responsible loan.
Right.
As long as
building
it's
equity.
properly within your budget and not like the 2008 housing crisis type of a thing.
Right.
Also, in the chat, how are you liking this conversation?
Yeah,
about
you must
economic
love
policy?
this. We haven't had someone chat in a while, which means they love it.
Everybody's like, fuck.
But the numbers are steady. We got a couple people that are hanging out still.
For some reason.
For this stream.
I wanted to leave, but I can't.
I personally just haven't had an in-depth, honest, good conversation about these very meaningful topics in a long time, so I'm having a good time.
Well, we could talk about the war in Russia.
And we can do this all while watching Reese murder demons. Like, this is...
Yeah, the game
would
became
be
background at some
That's good.
point.
Is this not content?
Right
here.
Content.
Is it by the technicality of being something to watch content? Yeah, sure is.
Even then, like, this is how, Gen Z is different than millennials. Gen Z predominantly digest information differently, right? So if we can disperse honest economic opinions while giving them a 60 FPS
Killing demons.
totally overstimulating demon murdering experience while that's happening, maybe this is the only way
This
that
is
some
how
people
it sinks
will...
in. Yeah, this is how
Exactly.
we teach them.
Yeah.
How do I reach these kids?
We need to talk to the school system about getting us involved.
Yeah, we could start
we
doing
know how to do this.
school tours and stuff.
Is it safe to drop what career I'm in?
Oh, yeah, no, you're fine.
Up to you, man.
I'm still we're anonymous as far as location, right?
Oh, to drop it? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You work? Nah, you don't. It's up to you.
It's up to you.
What is it even? I don't know what
It would be anonymous enough if you
saying
did.
it, though.
I guess I don't have a specific thing to go off of, but
Okay.
I work in education.
There you go. Better not be administrative, you fucker. Just kidding.
I'm a high school principal, let's say.
Yeah. Wow. Should have no problem paying off those loans then.
I try to have these conversations not as often as possible, but like often, regularly is the word, regularly, to go like, like based on what you want to do, look at what's
I'm
out
just
there.
saying, college might not necessarily.
I tell them that, like straight up,
Yeah.
like college might not be the right call, depending on what you want to do. Do you
what
want
your
to
goal
be?
is, yeah.
Do you want to be an
Which-
English professor?
Also,
You
tough
need
to
to
know
go to
at that
college.
age.
It is, and I tell them that too. Like, had like career days and things,
Fuck.
and it's like, okay, you don't have to fucking decide. Like,
Yeah,
this
you
is
don't have to
not-
know.
This is not a final thing,
Right.
but to think about what you want to do is not a bad thing ever.
God damn it.
And within that, to realize there's more options than you even know are possible. There's more options than I know are possible. Like, I don't know all the jobs that exist.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
every job
So, like-
that exists in the world. What are you talking about? I don't.
Right, like,
I know,
if you
I know
sat down
every
to
single
list-
job that has ever been or will be done forever. I don't
Okay,
know what's
so
wrong
here's
with
a
you
question.
to not know that.
I haven't sat down to think about this. But how many jobs do you think exist?
At
Like a
least
number.
5. I'm gonna say greater than 5.
Reese is playing Price is Right rules.
I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say
I'm
6.
gonna go 6.
God damn it! Fuck you.
I don't know, like 20 million, maybe. I don't.
Right? Like it.
Maybe not that many. Maybe 5
Like
million?
how many different jobs are
It's
there
got to be in the
world?
millions. Well,
Yeah, fuck.
could be hundreds of thousands. Like I don't know, because there's a lot of
like is it in the thousands? Is it in the millions? There's 7.7 billion people last we counted. Are there a billion different jobs people can do?
Well, if you
Maybe.
want to, like, my job is slightly different from your job in this way, like, everyone's job is technically a different job.
And you're an IT engineer. Yeah. Like, yeah, fuck, I don't even know. But like that point, standing, like, there are more things to do than you could possibly imagine.
Right.
I feel like
and you're trying to explain to your students, listen, there are more ways to go about this than just high school to college to crippling debt.
Yeah.
That's good.
Basically. So I feel like I've done some good in the world. If there was a field trip they took a while back and looked at different like universities around town and trade schools around town, and I just got randomly assigned to one of the trade schools, and some of those kids came away from that knowing like unironically, legitimately, I am going to learn how to weld.
Right.
Like, this was amazing. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's
without that exposure, they would have had no idea that that was a thing that they could do or would be interested in.
Right. They would have wanted to be like a social media influencer or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, who would
we
want
had a
to do
career
that,
day recently,
guys?
and I can't tell you how many kids
who would
said,
start a YouTube channel. What a shitty decision.
Yeah,
Fuck.
That's a bad call.
A ton of these kids did say like, I'm gonna be a YouTube streamer,
right?
And I had to talk to them like, well,
listen, you can do that. Probably not financially viable.
Good luck.
Just saying.
Without telling them specifically. And
I have a YouTube channel, and don't look me up.
Exactly. Like, well, it's a possibility. Like it's a lot of people, several people do make a lot of money. It's possible.
I can't beat this boss.
Possible. Come on, Reese.
We might have to finish this off in the middle
Holy
of this
shit,
boss.
it's 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Good God.
Damn. Run when I've already done the college thing. I figure I'm a decade older than you guys. Yeah, possibly. We've trying to think. I got out of college 2014.
I quit college in 2012.
See, you're smarter than the rest
2016
of us.
for me.
I just did a bunch of AP. I mean, I was a liberal arts major, if that was not obvious already, I guess. I got out early because of AP and CITS classes. So high school 12 and college 14. So figure out our ages based on that, I guess. So it's been a little bit, but it's still like, paying down student debts, and now they're just lording over like, we might forgive it. I don't know, if we get enough votes, we'll forgive your college debt.
Yeah, if it's
feels like we're
I wouldn't pay it.
Well, it's also tough if we want to get specific. It's also tough with the fucking West Virginia guy being around to like get actual progressive policy at all. I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
The senator from West Virginia, Joe Manchin. Yeah, fuck that guy.
See, I always appreciate the moderate voices in a party, but it's a weird.
He's clearly
it's a
fake voice. He has no real opinions except fucking.
He's a conservative in the Democratic Party.
Yeah. He'll pretend that he'll want a $4 trillion infrastructure plan, and then later, $1 trillion's too much, you guys. I think we need to calm down.
Which already, like, the bills are larger than anybody has honestly read, because most senators and representatives spend most of their time fundraising and not, reading bills.
That's another problem.
So,
money
like,
out of politics is.
Why does he find a problem with one arbitrary dollar amount than another? Like 1.1, too much. 1 trillion, yeah, I'm okay with that. Or like 999 billion, I'm okay with that. 1 trillion, too much. Like, point to exactly what you find fault in. And that could be mentioned. That could be anybody.
And then and then he would change it later when it was addressed.
Right.
So,
and I feel like we're in a specifically weird point where it's a 50-50, and it's much more.
And because the Senate
is
already a weird place, being a 50-50 split, it makes it just all the more dysfunctional.
Yeah. And then
See, I think we need more money in politics.
Oh, okay.
there we go.
What's your take on that? Go ahead. I want to hear more about this.
Yeah, here's my theory. My theory is you're never going to get money out of politics. Never going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. So why don't we start like a Patreon-style crowdfunding platform,
like we do for people who have cancer on GoFundMe?
Right, like
We've already done this with we solved medical care already. Just start a GoFundMe for your debilitating disease. Okay, go ahead.
You donate money to lobbyists as a crowdfunding, $1 or $2 a month. And then they fucking go change the policies, just like the big corporations do.
Here's a better idea.
Crowdfunded lobbying.
You pay, let's say, like $20 a month, something. You pay a little bit into this giant crowdfunding fund, and then that crowdfunding fund would pay people who need it when they need it for things that they need. But it's crowdfunded, so like everybody pays a little bit, right?
Okay.
Follow.
Luke,
I'm sorry, I got distracted, like actually trying to fight the boss. I lost
smiling.
a little bit there.
I can hear you smirking.
Yeah, and Reese, I was saying that specifically for you, but you're busy fighting demons. I understand that.
I'm trying to get through this once without dying at some point. Like, fuck.
Yeah, just concentrate on the game. Oh my god.
Oh, can I say something controversial now that you've died?
Yes.
Okay.
The Trump tax cuts helped me a lot.
So that is called a sample size of 1.
That's called a bigger.
And there's a reason that that's not a good sample size.
yeah, that too.
How much did it help you?
A couple grand a year. Not a lot.
Really?
Enough. It helped. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad that the wealthy part of that tax cut was permanent, and the middle class part of that tax cut was. Are
those
not
still?
So much.
Yeah, doesn't it go away in like 3 or 4 years?
I think it got extended. I honestly, I don't know. I shouldn't even say. I have no idea.
Also, we could talk about
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was gonna say taxes not being as big a deal if we like properly allocate the money toward actual services and goods that work for the people who pay those taxes. Oh, I'm sorry. What I meant was we need more money into the military. I'm sorry.
I have a better idea than both of those things.
Okay.
8-day weeks.
Oh, I love this theory.
Just get 5 jobs and make the week 8 days.
No.
No.
8-day weeks.
8-day weeks.
Okay. Is this something a reference to something
7-day week?
No,
Okay.
this is Luke's genius.
Okay.
Genius idea.
All right.
I typically everybody I talk to about this is like, well, that's weird and you're annoying about it, but like I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
So we take 7-day weeks are a relic of the Catholic reign on the Western world, right?
All right.
7 days for Genesis. We have 7 days, and then the labor unions fought for Saturday, Sunday off. But we need to update that. What if we had 8-day weeks? Still, we could keep our 5-day work week. We don't need to go to the French version of 4-day work weeks. 5 days is fine. The problem is that we only have 2 days off between work weeks. So if we had 5 days on, 3 days off, the work-life balance would be better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
I mean, it feels
still
like
working 5 days a week.
Yeah, I don't care about 5 days is
5
fine.
days of work
and 3 days off.
I understand.
We'd have to adjust the calendar, but it's arbitrary in the first place. It doesn't even work perfectly because we have leap years.
And leap seconds.
Is that not an admission of failure? Like, oh yeah, every couple of years we got to add this one day because like it doesn't quite. So it's already, we'd have to. I mean, same as all the debates about daylight savings times. Like, we just make this shit up. The world spins, and we divvy up the days as we see fit.
I guess my problem with that plan is that it's an unnecessary step to alter the entire calendar for the same effect of just changing the amount of days we work like the ratio of amount of days of work.
Oh, perfect. Let me ask you a question, Reese.
All right.
Should we go to the metric system?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like an undue amount of that's a huge amount of change we would have to do across the entire
for a
society
benefit of getting a measurement system that works.
See, so there are benefits to large-scaled changes.
Yep.
Even as embedded as they are, some are better than others. We could adjust things based on preferences.
I don't think the benefit is good enough for your 8-day week shit.
You don't want an extra day off a week?
The effect can be had by having a 4-day work week.
No, then we
because there's one less day of work being done, Reese.
Yeah, personally, I mean, that is true. We could work either 4 days and keep the 7, and just admit that the Catholics won the calendar forever.
Then you're going to be paid. You're going to be paid one less day.
You want to admit that do you want to bow down to the Catholics with the 7-day week?
You're going to be paid for 4 days a week, then, Reese.
Also, you know what?
10 hours a day, I think, is the.
So then you're still working more then.
It's the same amount of work with less days.
Right. So every day you're working
is
gets
what I thought
worse,
the idea was.
And you have a few days off, so your rest days are less effective because you've worked your ass off harder for the
as someone who has worked
we just
12 hours a day for 11 hours a day for 5 days a week for his job for a while. The extra day off helps a lot on the days where it was 4 days a week.
Fibonacci numbers?
Okay. Tell me about the Fibonacci sequence, Luke.
3-day week, and you have a 5-day work week for a total of 8 days.
All right.
Those are all Fibonacci numbers.
Oh, okay. So that's
better.
That's why it's superior, because it references this Fibonacci sequence. All right, cool. I'm on board.
See?
All you had to do was reference a mathematical concept, and now I'm in.
See, if the weak structure is too much to give up, I understand that. I always try to keep the Fibonacci thing in my back pocket to convince non-believers.
There's somebody who that'll work on, and it was me.
That's usually where people give up and go like, okay, yeah, fine, shut the fuck up.
I think it's a genius system.
See, like, irony aside, I do
ironic
think,
irony. Yes.
Ironic irony. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I don't even know. I've lost track. I do think an 8-day week could be okay. It would.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I just think it's an unnecessary amount of change to like have the same effect as just 4 days.
Says Mr. Metric System.
Having a measurement system where you don't have to like figure out how many.
I'm not debating the merits of it.
Okay.
You were just opposed to the burden it would incur.
I'm concerned about the burden not providing enough benefit to justify such a change.
You don't want an extra day off a week, Reese?
We're going in fucking circles. I answered that very question.
You wouldn't have to work more per day. See, the 410 model, you need to work more every day. I'm not suggesting you work more. See, Reese, what I'm hearing is you want us to work more.
Yeah, I'm not saying work more. I'm like the idiot in the crowd who's like, yeah, I don't want to work more.
So we extend the weekend, and we call that day, of course, Toyota-thon. Between Sunday and Monday.
Here's where I'm at now. I give up. You win.
See, everybody loves my ideas.
That's great. And now we're losing viewership.
Losing viewership. Yeah. Well, that's the only real way to win in this conversation.
Because everybody stops disagreeing because I have more stamina to bicker.
Sounds about right. It's always been that way.
Legitimate,
Reese.
Everything aside, I think
we literally might have to end this stream, and I'm gonna let you guys decide when. Like before we beat this boss.
I think we're at a boss battle. You have to beat him.
We could be here a while.
It's been like an hour.
We could start talking about like Ukraine or immigration policy if you want.
Okay.
Oh, you saw that they shot down that ship. They sunk that battleship. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I read a headline, and then another headline said that it might have had nukes on it. But again, it's hard to believe because
right.
I know our propaganda is the good propaganda, but like it's really hard to tell.
I will say Ukraine is doing a really, really good job with their. I'm gonna say it's propaganda, even though I don't think it's
their media messaging campaign.
It is very, very good and very well crafted.
Yeah,
and thought out. Yes.
See, it's comparisons that have been drawn. I've seen criticisms to go like, oh, everybody loves Zelensky, but he came up in like TV. But it's a little bit different than our previous guy. Like, this guy isn't. Zelensky's very different than Trump, I guess. Is that a controversial statement?
I don't think it's. I don't think it's controversial to say that Zelensky is different than Trump.
I know, as deep as we've gotten into different political things.
I
mean, it's mostly economical and just common sense with the 8-day week, but not all of us agree with common sense. But like, I have seen it as a controversial argument that people will get into about Zelensky's background versus Trump because they both came from TV.
Well,
and now Zelensky's on Netflix.
I don't think it matters. Like,
really
just look at the results.
Like, yep.
Look at what the crises that have been handled, and like Trump couldn't fucking do COVID for shit, which is ultimately why he lost the election.
Yeah.
Which was
Zelensky's just like, we're gonna fucking destroy Russia.
And he was like, I will die, but we will fight.
Yes.
Like,
he's actually set it up perfectly that like if he dies, he becomes a perfect martyr. Like
it's got to be part of the Russian plan at this point. Like, okay, we're gonna bomb the fuck out of Ukraine, but like, try not to kill him.
Right. I mean, I don't think Russia is not going to get what they want out of this, obviously. And now like Finland and what's another country?
Norway?
I don't know. I think so.
I've seen a lot about Finland lately.
Finland's like, we're joining NATO, and Russia's like, you better not.
But don't.
And that goes back to like Russia invading Finland in World War II, and
right.
What was the name of that sniper who took out like ungodly numbers?
Sorry,
Russians
that was
of Soviets. Sorry, different country.
Right.
That was at the demon, not at you guys.
I know.
All right.
Like that's yeah. So Russia's whole thing of like nobody gets to join NATO. We say so, and we're going to invade you to prove it. And then everybody's going like, well, based on your willingness/eagerness to invade us about it,
we now need to get in NATO faster, more, better.
Yeah, NATO is a good idea because like we don't want you to invade.
You didn't even join NATO.
No. So like, if they're willing to do this,
right?
Yeah, for the prospect of saying that they kind of wanted to,
right? Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And God, I keep seeing stuff too, where like they're basically like, it's not gonna be like a short war.
Yeah,
this is gonna just go on for like years and years.
Or like they pulled out of Kiev, and then they're redirecting everything to the eastern Ukraine.
Right.
And it's gonna keep going.
Fuck! He deflected my BFG.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like just the basic logic of it. I feel like Russia has not thought it through well, because if they're just going to invade people to make them not join NATO, but they're not going to fight NATO.
Right.
Why would any country
not join NATO?
Yeah, it was like, so if we join
well, if
NATO,
you're not going to fight NATO and we're in it, then ergo, algebra.
Let's be in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's what's confusing about the grand scheme of things is like, what is the whole idea of Putin is this, master class chess player on the global scale. It's really falling apart because logic,
somebody.
There's way more detail than any of us know, but like at that base level, he's just fucking it up so bad. Like,
yeah, he's not doing good, for sure.
And he's got to go to China or North Korea level information warfare.
Right.
To restrict media.
Oh shit, that wasn't the end.
Oh, that was a good hit.
I know. God, I just hope that it fucking. I mean, the amount of support that the rest of the world is giving, though, is like kind of insane.
Yeah.
It's also kind of fucked up that, like, I know it's like slightly different, but you remember Syria?
Still going on.
Like the rest of the world was like, oh, well,
yeah, too bad.
That's not our problem, really.
That sucks.
I don't know about it.
It's different.
On a humanitarian level, very much the same.
Right.
On a geopolitical level, it is different.
Right.
And that's what makes you sound like a damn dirty racist.
Oh,
nice.
I killed him! I got him!
There better not be a second phase.
That was the second phase.
Oh, there better not be a third phase.
Phase 3 is I tear his head off.
He'll pull through.
He's
I think he's gonna make it
yet.
He's gonna make it, you guys. Jesus, that took forever.
Yeah, it was like a solid 30 minutes.
Yep.
Will be consumed, regardless of what.
Well,
is that the end of the game?
No, we're like halfway through.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, it's a long game.
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
all right. Well,
if I hit continue from here, I think it starts another mission, so... Oh no, we're going to be in the Fortress of Doom. Yes, that's what it's really called.
Overloaded your systems. Vega has no control over.
If you had let the culling continue, the human race you fight to protect would have survived. Now I will resurrect the icon of sin. He will devour Earth and leave your whole world in ruins.
Nah, I'm gonna shoot him. Shoot him real good.
And this will be yet another world you brought to extinction. This stronghold will now serve as your prison. With no power, you can do no more harm to our mission, and we may continue the work that must be done.
Oh, I guess this does start an actual mission, so we'll just... We'll pause there, I guess. Or I'll shoot and not leave this room while you guys do the outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was Bad Defaults Plays Doom boss battle for way too long.
I think this was probably the most political we've ever gotten.
Absolutely. And I couldn't stop it or edit it out because it was live. Thanks, Luke.
Hey, I don't think any of us said anything that was, bad.
I don't think
Except
so.
you saying that we shouldn't adopt an 8-day week, but
yeah, that was the most controversial thing. Honestly.
Damn it, you guys. Well,
and to Ronwin, I don't deny that the metric system makes way more sense.
He just denies making any movement on it.
No. I just equated that to like, oh, okay. So you would prefer to make the movement. So
Goodbye,
that is
everybody.
viable.
Thanks for
Let's
watching.
Go. We'll see you next
Goodbye.
week.
Bye.